New year, new show. Everyone is back. Back to talk about the games we've been playing over the break. We got the Chivies. We got a new weekly trivia segment. An interview with a famous GTASC team. And Waka gives us another GTASC update. This is Achievement Hunting 101. Hello and welcome to Achievement Hunting 101. I'm FuFu Poof, and this is level 76. We have an awesome show for you guys tonight, and we're back from a 2-week vacation. It was actually kind of nice. Had a nice Christmas break, got to play some games, yada yada. But along with your regular scheduled program being back, we also have your regular cast. Please welcome Nate, L, and Corey. What is up, guys?
Yes,
Hello.
we're back
New
from
Year!
outer space.
What the heck was that?
Get that sad look up on your face.
Is that like
new
a,
year,
a
new
rap?
singer. Corey's singing this time.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's
Sorry.
not L. No, it's okay.
I would never sing.
You would just screech a woo.
Nope.
It's our own version of the Masked Singer.
You guys wish I was wearing a mask.
Oh,
But
man.
alas, I am not. And I was going to say it's level 69 plus something, but I think the math just got too hard for me. What level
It's
is
New
this?
Year. You're ending that dead.
I
gotta-
cannot wait to talk about dead horses.
I have to end a lot of them, apparently.
That is foreshadowing. We have not gotten there yet.
Oh,
Speaking of foreshadowing, Jedi Fallen Order is a Vayner.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Hey.
That means I can legally play it now.
And now you can legally play it. You couldn't before.
No,
and
not
Koosh,
past the dive.
you can unregister all those alts on TA that you voted Vayner on.
Man, it's just what the people wanted.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, if you can now legally play that, what have you been playing, Corey?
Well, that's not the only Vayner that was added to the leaderboard. Possibly the best Vayner of the year came out while we were gone.
What?
Somehow I doubt this.
I disagree.
You disagree? Oh man. Well, the game in question is called SuperEpic, the Entertainment War, and
I heard
it
it's
is
pretty
a
epic.
traditional Vayner. Looks great, guys. It looks really good. The premise is you're a raccoon. You're riding a
Of
llama.
course it has to do with that.
Hold on. Raccoon riding a llama, and you're taking down the greedy corporation that makes free-to-play games, microtransactions, that is run by pig executives in order to make the world a better place. And it's truly touching.
Oh my gosh.
Are they our sponsor or something?
That is the craziest premise for a game I've ever... yeah, that's got to be up there.
Okay,
Well,
so...
Oh
It gets
my gosh.
crazier. Just hold on.
It gets crazier. Okay, please.
Okay,
go
so
on.
it has your traditional upgrades where you can get your double jump, and you can also, this also has a weapon facet to it. You get different weapons, and you can upgrade said weapons. It works off of a comboing type system for its action. It's battling. You go up and you knock somebody around a couple times. You could do a forward strike, upward strike, downward strike. It has some projectile stuff you can eventually unlock and stuff like that. But you have to go throughout the map. It's got a big tower you got to climb. You go underground, underwater after you get a certain ability. So yeah, it's your traditional Vayner in every sense of the word for most of the game, I should say. I hope this is what Koosh was getting to, but I'm having to get my phone out right now to remember all this things that you do in this game. So I mentioned that you're traversing this corporation that makes free-to-play games, right? And you have somehow not
This is great.
gotten
So excited.
sucked into these games. Well, they try their best to do that, and there's a ATM in the game that lets you earn money, earn currency that you can use in game on your phone by playing free games in your browser. It is the best thing. You scan it with your phone, it's a QR code, and you go to it and you just play the game, and you have to get a certain like amount of score, certain many coins, whatever it is, and you get past a laser to get to a chest. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. The lasers are usually connected to a different free-to-play game. There's an ATM that's connected to one free-to-play game that lets you spend currency in-game. Before I talk about that one, some of the free-to-play games that get you past these lasers are Flappy Pig, right? Crossy Pig, which is, I think there's like a duck version of that game.
Yes, Crossy Road.
Sushi Crush, which I think was like Candy Crush, if I remember correctly.
Probably.
There was a runner type game called Amazon Run, or maybe I was shopping Amazon. I don't remember. No, that's from the game. Bubble Burst. So you got your Bubble Bobble in there.
Shabubble Bobble.
And if I go back to the ATM part, the actual one that you can earn money outside of the game to use in game, it's called Bitcoin Miner. And you know what you do in it, FuFu? You know what it is?
Do you mine for
It
Bitcoins?
is a Clicker Heroes clone.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting me interested in this.
So you do your initial clicking, you earn some currency, then you buy an auto clicker, and you got to upgrade that auto clicker, man. And
this is great.
And each section, I think, had an ATM. Their auto clicker was, that much better. And after
this sounds amazing.
Each one was tied to a buyout that you could spend to get a code. Put the code in game, and you get the currency. It was so great. I loved every second of this game.
I'm going through the achievement list right now, and I'm reading all the descriptions, and I'm assuming these are all bosses like Game Design Thief defeated, Senior Monetization Vampire defeated.
Yes.
The names are great. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I was laughing to myself just reading the achievements.
Yep, it was full of humor. As far as achievements go, you play through the game, you'd get most of the achievements. There are a handful that are connected to side quests within the game. You should do those. They're pretty easy. The worst one is having to knock down the security cameras across the building. But there's no real indicator where the security camera is left. So I probably traversed the building like 2.5 times by the end of it.
This sounds great. This is interesting.
Yeah. I actually got every achievement but 3. The 3 that I have left are actually tied to a prototype game within the game that you eventually unlock, and that would be
Gameception.
The same game, SuperEpic, but a roguelite version.
Oh, so man.
You can already hear why I haven't finished those, but it's great in its own right. Again, only one person on TA has been crazy enough to actually finish that part, but maybe I'll be number 2. I'm currently number 2. I'm tied for number 2. Number 2 and number 3 are the same. I'm tied for most TA in the game, second most TA in the game. So there's
nice.
that.
Just reminded me of Soda Drinker Pro, where it has the game in the game.
Don't even insult it like that.
Yeah, I mean, a more apt comparison would be The Messenger.
Sure. Yeah, The Messenger, because it's kind of like double dipping
genre,
in genres.
All of a sudden
yeah.
it flips, and now it's a different genre.
Yeah, they have separated it. It is a totally different mode, so there is that. But I actually called in on another podcast and gave my game of the years, and I gave all Vayners, and I gave SuperEpic my game of the year there.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you first started talking about this, I'm like, oh, this is obviously a Ratalaika game. No. And then when you continued on, you're like talking about how much there is to do. It's like, oh, well, this clearly isn't a Ratalaika. So I looked it up, and it's published by Numbskull Games.
Yep. Numbskull Game is the publisher, which that's the only published Xbox game they have. but the developers also made Slabwell and Conga Master.
Oh, this game sounds interesting. So it's $18. Yay or nay?
I mean, I'm gonna
For my
say
own
yay
curiosity.
because it's a Vayner. If
Oh,
you can get a
God.
Vayner, a decent Vayner under $20, I mean, I think that's pretty good.
Well, this sounds interesting.
Elroy
really-
surprised me this for Christmas, so it was a present well received.
A super epic Christmas. I just named the show.
Oh boy.
Wait,
Yeah, I see
how's
Koosh
Christmas
over
has
yet?
played a little bit. I see Koosh has played a little bit of it.
Yeah, I've played a little.
Koosh.
It's definitely not my game of the year.
Well, you haven't finished it, but that's okay.
I don't think it's going to change. I have a
Maybe
pretty
not
good
game of the
idea.
year. Best Vayner of the year for sure.
Juan from Guatemala.
How dare you, sir? Ori
I'd like
came
to
out
have
for
a
the
word
Switch
for you.
this year.
Jeez.
Oh god.
Paradox Soul came out in 2019, sir.
Indivisible came out for this year, and
And
it's a
now-
better game.
Jedi Fallen
Unbelievable.
Order is also in that.
Seriously, Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh,
That's a close second. I mean,
Yeah, okay, so what I don't like about Super Epic, let's just say the combat is repetitive, not great,
maybe you suck.
and the enemies, in certain rooms, the enemies are endless. They just keep running in, and that's kind of annoying. Every time you leave a screen and come back, the enemies are there, okay? That's something that happens in Metroidvanias.
Yeah,
sometimes.
time spinner.
Yeah. It happens sometimes.
I never saw the endless enemies, but I used the screen off, screen on enemy trick, and my Cronus farmed a lot of money for me one night.
Yeah.
oh, jeez.
It'll get you money, and then the money can buy
Cheater.
you health pots. But that's basically it. You don't really level up by killing things. You level up by buying more abilities.
You level your weapons up. There's that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you can level up health and stamina, but other than that,
And your defensive gear and things like that. So yeah, if you
Yeah.
have enough money, you can do that. But that's what the ATMs are for, right? you play the little games. Okay, so the way you get to the games on your phone is through a QR code. So you have to be able to take a picture of that. And that worked for me for the most part. There was one that my phone wouldn't capture. So I had to take a screenshot, or I took a picture of the screen and I opened it up in another application to read the QR code. But other than that, for the most part, they all worked fine for me. I'm a little bit behind you. I have a couple more bosses to do, and I have like 3 more side quests to do.
okay.
I spent some time in the roguelite portion, and that is definitely a slog. I got through like the first area, and I just don't know how much more there is. I was hoping it was just like one area and done, but no, there's a whole bunch more. So I sort of feel like they're going to make you do pretty much every zone again. Or-
Definitely, yeah.
yeah. So I think you're going to have to fight every boss again. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, I wouldn't call it my game of the year. I would temper your enthusiasm for it for other people and just say, you know what? It's great for rawker. Maybe for you, $20 or $15 is too much. Get this one when it's like $5.
It has a raccoon as the protagonist, so I know
I mean,
it
yeah.
automatically like gets a lot of.
Well, yeah, that made it. The premise of the game made it like I have to have it. I'm really sad we didn't get a code for it, but hey, yeah, wound up on my box eventually.
Right.
All right. Well, you've been quiet. What have you played?
I know. I just had to sit back
You've got
and
an
watch.
entire list here.
I had to watch the excitement unfold. Corey's eyes lit up. It was
Like
like,
a child at Christmas.
Yeah.
I started this before Christmas, so I've been holding it in.
Whoa.
I just had to let it all out.
We've been holding in a lot. We haven't recorded in a couple of weeks. So yes, my list is runneth over. So firstly, I'll talk about a few games that I played a little bit of. The first one is Untitled Goose Game, and played that with the family around. So HONK is correct. The kids were enthralled.
Of course they were.
I went into this game without knowing any of the achievements or anything, and didn't look at them. So went through the first couple of stages and had a good time. I'll be honest. I didn't realize it was so stealthy. I would say that
is not what I thought that would be.
yeah.
From the very little bit that I've seen of it, does not seem like a stealth game.
Basically, you got to wait till their backs are turned to do stuff. That's what I've seen a lot of. You invade the garden, and then the gardener turns around, you steal his stuff and run away. That type of stuff. So I would call that stealth. Not sure what else you would call it.
I mean, it's stealth-like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. And there's some puzzle elements too. You have to figure out what to do to unlock the different things on your checklist. So got the achievements for beating the first couple levels, and I discovered one secret achievement on my own. I will not divulge what it is in case anyone else wants to go through on their own, but I would recommend it. But I can't wait to get back to it. But it's one of those things where I started it with the whole family around, so now I feel like I need to continue it with the whole family around, so that becomes a question of time.
You're just trying to have them play it for you.
No, not this one. That's other games that we'll talk about later. Just Dance 2020. Stranger Things 3. Stranger Things 3 was started. So far, I like that as more than I thought I would. Played that with Michelle and my wife watching, because the three of us watched the series together.
I was just about to ask if you watch a series.
Yes, and so far, yeah, definitely would ruin the plot of the show if you haven't watched it yet.
All right, more reason for me not to play this game right now.
It's like an old school RPG kind of action
Isn't
RPG.
Isn't it like the 8-bit graphics?
Yeah, it's old school graphics.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Old school references.
Yeah, that's right, because they wanted to try to make it look like it was during the time period. Strange Things. Yeah, I remember this game.
So that was another one.
I think it was. I forget when it was first came out.
So that was another one I went through. Went into without looking at the list. Just trying to enjoy a couple games.
Smart.
To your dismay, finally started Forza Horizon 4.
I could not believe that was you.
Yeah,
when I saw that you were playing that, I thought for sure someone else had like access to your account or something. And it's really annoying because like you've had the deluxe bundle all this time, and you finally loaded the freaking game.
Yes, I
love that game. Forza Horizon 4 is so good.
I did win a code for that game back on a TA stream. RIP.
Like when the game first came out.
Missed them. But anyway, I don't think I realized that game has 154 achievements.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's also been a couple of title updates, so that helps.
That sunk my percentage a little bit, but that's okay. Wanted to finally try it out. What I didn't realize is that you have to play through for a few hours before opening up the online portions of the game.
Which I'm kind of surprised you didn't know about, because that was the biggest complaint with that game. That, unless you just, unless all the podcasts you listen to, no one has played this game.
You might have mentioned it about a year ago whenever you started talking about it.
Yeah, it's pretty typical of those Forza Horizon games, too. You have to play a little bit before you can get into the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It was just really long. This was the only one I played, so I can't really compare it, but from what everyone says, this one was extremely long compared to the others.
Yeah, I had played the Fast and Furious version of this, and of course been into Burnout Paradise lately, but normally wouldn't call myself a racing game fan, but I enjoy them. So this game definitely controls a little different from Burnout, even though it is more arcadey than Forza Motorsport series. It's still not, you don't want to crash as much, but you can rewind it.
I actually recently re-downloaded this game because I want to try their new Eliminator mode, I believe it's called. It's whatever their Battle Royale is.
Yeah, sounds right.
It sounds really interesting. I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about it, and it sounds fun. This is a game that I haven't tried yet, because once I play it, I'm probably going to get sucked in. That's going to be like the one thing I'm just going to keep coming back to.
I'd like to try that too. Do you think that's something you can play in a private match with your friends?
I don't think so, but possibly. You should ask Kingsman. I think he's put a bunch of time into it.
I mean, if you can, let's
great.
do it. But
I would
Kingsman. Doubt that we could party up for that, unless there's like a squads or something like that. Kind of helps defeat the purpose of a battle royale if you get all your friends in there.
I had a quick question. I remember. I do
may have a
remember
quick
something.
answer.
I remember something you guys did talk about on previous podcasts where you used to watch some mixer stream or something about this game, and they would give you credits or something. Do you think that's still active? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, that's still a thing. So what that is, what's it called in the game?
Influence.
Yes, thank you. You
Yes.
gain influence for doing a whole bunch of different things, and Forza Horizon 4 came out when Microsoft was really trying to push Mixer, and you earn influence by either watching Mixer streams of Forza Horizon or streaming it yourself. So there was a ton of Forza Horizon 4 influence farms on Mixer. I don't know if they're still there or not. I imagine there is. But yeah, I would have a spare cell phone, just sitting there idling Mixer all day long, getting me influence, which you need for a couple of achievements.
All right.
I forget exactly what it is that you need it for. I think it's to unlock a couple of different cars or something like that.
Well, you get money from it, and you also get as you get levels from it, you also get tickets. So you can use those, or spins. You can use those spins to get cars, to get more money, to get items. All those things have achievements associated with them. So it's basically just free XP, free spins, free money.
Right. Okay, so I just looked it up. The one big achievement that I was thinking of is you need money to purchase a castle, because you can buy a couple of different homes, and the cheap one is
castle?
Yeah.
Have fun storming the castle.
You buy homes in this game, in this version, and they are your starting point. When you log in, you'll start from your home. You can only have one home base at a time. You can own multiple properties, but you pick one property to be your home.
Okay. Right, and there's two castles that you can buy. One is 10 million, and the other is 15 million. So it's the kind of thing where you want to just sit there and idle Mixer for a long time to help you earn all that. Otherwise, it's going to take you so long to get it.
All right. One last question I had for you guys, the experts. So the multiplayer stuff, there's some co-op and some versus. What's Rivals mode? Do you know?
Yeah. Rivals, I do not know. I haven't put much time into that.
Okay.
Yeah, that I don't know. I didn't do a lot of the multiplayer stuff.
There's something on my RTDL on Rivals mode, so I'm trying to unlock it. I don't think I have access to it yet. Maybe Corey will know.
Yeah. You need to beat the tutorial first. You need to go through all 4 of the seasons, and then you can get into co-op. And then, there's a couple where it's like complete co-op races and PvP matches and blah, blah, blah. I haven't done any of that stuff.
I think Corey was taking a potty break while I created 6 new channels in the Discord. I was asking.
I know that's not possible, but are you talking about Forza Horizon 4?
Yes, I was curious if you knew what Rivals mode was.
Not particularly, but I'm sure you have to do the 6-hour tutorial.
Yes. I look forward to it. The game is very pretty. So
it is.
At least I could look at, instead of using my 4K TV to play tanky tanks, I could play a pretty game.
Well, you do have the SuperEpic version, so that's good.
Yeah, I've already reamed it for that.
Okay, good.
I do. It comes with Lego DLC. Whoop-de-doo!
Oh, screw you, dude. I want to play that.
Okay, come on over. I'll play with you, baby.
That Lego thing is amazing. I just wish you could create your own car.
The game has 5 million cars. What do you need to create?
That game is called Trail Makers.
Yeah, I was about to say Trail Makers.
Well, true. There was also an old PlayStation 1 Lego Racers where you can do that. So it's like, if I could have that, but now that'd be great.
I think you're thinking Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
No, I'm thinking Lego Racers for the PlayStation 1.
All right, Nate, you want to tell us what you've been playing?
Oh, gosh. I've been playing NyQuil, Dayquil, and going to bed early. Those have been the games I've been playing the most. The end of the year, I basically just did the 12 Days of Christmas challenge. And then I took a lot of time off. I've just been trying to recover. I'm still a little crudded up right now. Not nearly as bad as I was before, so I'm starting to get into gaming again. But so when I was just looking back through, to prepare for this show, I was like, oh, geez, I played a whole bunch of stuff where I got one achievement, I moved on, one achievement, moved on, something like that. But recently, what I've kind of been playing a little more consistently are I put some time into SuperEpic. Just trying to make some progress on that, hopefully to figure out how difficult it was and, how much time I had left to put into it. I need to get back into that and knock out some of the bosses and some of the side quests and then really see what that, that roguelike component is going to take. I think the first game I played to kind of, cleanse the palate was Captain Cat.
Oh, no.
That's not a game.
So Captain Cat is basically a ported phone game, and it wasn't that bad. I was looking through my friends that have played it, and a bunch of them are in the community, and they kind of stopped the last 3 achievements. So why would you do that?
Oh, well, I didn't even make it that far, I'm pretty sure. I'm happening to look it up right now. I only did 8 out of the 19 achievements. I don't know. I just kind of got bored of it.
But it's a cat game.
It would be really great if on a touchscreen. I mean, it works fine on the controller, but I don't know. I'll go back to it eventually.
Yeah. So the nice thing about it is that there are 3 challenges per level. They're time-based, they're move-based, and they're getting all the coins. And you don't need to do them all in one run. You can basically just, okay, I met that challenge, I got that star, and then I'll try it again, and I'll get the time-based star. So if you're having trouble getting them all in one run, you don't have to do that. So that was kind of my tip there, and I found myself struggling to keep playing it a couple times, but I was just like, you know what? I see these other guys that have just kind of fallen off it. I'm just going to push through and just get it done. And so I got it done. It was pretty easy. It took me, I think the estimate is like 2 to 3 hours. That seems about right. There were a couple levels that were really frustrating. And
This looks so bad.
The difficulty curve is not linear. You basically, you'll be going a couple levels, you'll hit a tough level, and then the next level is cake again. So don't think that just because you ran into a tough level, the next one's going to be even, more difficult or require more skill or whatever. It varies greatly. But it was kind of fun. I really like the menu music. So when you go into it,
that's the one good takeaway he has. The menu music.
The menu music is amazing. I don't want to ruin it too much, but you can't spell scat without cat. That's all I'm going to say.
That is true.
I guess I found the bumper music. I can't remember to record that.
So I'll pick another one here. The other game I've been putting, I guess, considerable focus into is G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra for the 360. This is not backwards compatible, and I'm doing this because better completions matter. This is my random game for the month. So I've been putting time into this. I don't know if you remember, there was a G.I. Joe movie. Does anybody remember this?
I do, with The Rock.
Yeah, with The Rock and with, what's his face? The guy.
I don't remember it that well. I remember seeing both.
He's in the Fast and the Furious or something. I don't know.
Wait, what? With
WWE? He was the guy from Fast and the Furious, yeah. They're like a...
Vin Diesel?
No.
Paul Walker?
Other guy. No, not Paul Walker. Well, I could be wrong.
Kevin
but
Hart?
In either case,
Hobbs and Shaw?
This is a movie based off, or I'm sorry, this is a game based off of that movie, which I don't remember at all. And the game plays very differently than I thought it was going to be. You're kind of just running around these levels with a horrible camera system. So if you decide to go right, the camera kind of pans for you. You can't control the camera.
Jason Statham?
Ooh.
No, not Jason Statham.
I don't
say Chase, but that's not right. Or Chandler. Or
Channing Tatum.
There you go, Channing Taters. So as you're running through the level, if you kind of swing to the right, the camera kind of swings behind you, and you don't really have any control about it. If you decide you want to go the opposite direction on that T junction, you have to just kind of run towards the camera, not looking at what you're shooting at and what's attacking you. It's really great. It's really challenging. But it's kind of fun. You basically auto lock on to enemies, and you just hold the trigger down. There's no reloading. You wait for your superpowers to come up, and you just kind of blow them. Whoa! You just kind of use your superpowers as they come.
Yeah.
And like the main guy, Channing Taters, he gets grenades, and you different characters like Gung Ho. They have different weapons, and they have different specials. There's different classes, and so it's not that bad.
I don't remember.
It does look like you're going to have to run through the game one time just to complete the levels. And then you're going to have to complete every level on the advanced difficulty. And I would recommend not doing that from the start because it's apparently easier with different characters. And you can only get those characters by completing levels, getting stars for completing those levels, and then buying characters with those stars. So you're going to want to go...
So
let's say one full zone through. Like you're going to go through all the ice levels, get to the desert levels. By then you have enough stars to buy the characters that make it a little bit easier. Like a Gung Ho or I can't remember who the other guy is. Who's a good heavy. Basically you need a heavy and like a commando. And then you can knock out those levels. And the solutions, like because it's such an old game, basically every achievement has a solution written for it. There is no walkthrough, but it's not bad. It's not great, but it doesn't seem too painful.
It just looks like an older 360 movie tie-in game, which kind of tells you, which I would imagine tells you how good the quality is.
I love movie tie-in games. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's a fault in my character for sure, but I like these.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny, have you played any games?
So I've played a couple of different games. I actually want to start off with two games I played for fun. I just kind of tried them out for a bit. The first one was actually an OG Xbox game.
Whoa.
I know, doesn't have achievements, blah, blah, blah. But I downloaded this the other month because it was free.
Mm-hmm.
And I download them and just immediately delete them. But this one, I just never got around to deleting. But I played Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. I imagine only Nate has, but have any of you guys played this?
Nope.
Negative.
Okay, that's actually kind of a surprise. I figured Nate would. Kind of a fun game. Just, it's a Star Wars and you're a starfighter. It's like a dogfight in space. And other game I played, I actually was kind of going for achievements in this, but unfortunately I just didn't unlock any. But I played the new Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. So like the newest Call of Duty that came out.
What's it called?
Modern Warfare.
But what's that other one called? What's Call of
Modern
Duty 4
Warfare.
called? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a reboot of the Modern Warfare series. So I actually got this game for Brooke, and since the two of us game share, I was able to get it for myself in a way. She's a gamer that basically only plays Call of Duty. That's the only thing that she ever really played, and she loved Black Ops back in the day.
She played Uno with us.
Okay, she played Uno too.
That's not how you say that word.
Oh, I'm sorry. She played Uno with us too. Is that better?
Okay, I'll allow it.
Oh, and Castle Crashers.
Which we need to get back to. I forgot about that. But yeah,
Because it sucks.
me and her wound up playing. Don't start out. Me and her wound up playing the multiplayer some. And it was fun. I haven't played a Call of Duty since like Black Ops 2. It's been so long since I played it. And I am very bad at those games now. Looks pretty though. It's a really nice looking game for being
Pretty!
But obviously it's new. But on to games that I've actually played for achievements. I was testing out xCloud a while back. We were watching some movie or whatever, sitting on the couch, and I loaded up My Friend Pedro. That game is so much fun.
I played that over the break too, a little bit.
What a coincidence. So not to kind of give away too much of what it is, but I basically got, for those who have played, I basically escaped the first area to kind of give a reference of how far I got into it.
Me too.
Okay, so we're at the same spot. It's not quite as crazy as I thought it was going to be. Like when you read the description of it, I thought it was going to be like balls to the wall, just absolute insanity. And it's really not. It's just kind of like a fun shooter type of a game. But I mean, I still had fun. I want to unlock a couple of achievements for it. And
I mean, it can be pretty balls to the wall, like nonstop action if you're doing good and going for S ranks.
oh no, for sure. I just meant about the insanity. I was expecting something very crazy, like
Crazier than a banana
really
talking
crazy.
to you.
Yeah. I was expecting more of the banana talking to me, like random pop-ups. Oh, kind of like the Deadpool game, if you played that, if you know what I mean.
I like to think of it as Max Payne in Trials.
I can see
I
that.
can see that. That's actually a pretty good description. I really like this game because it reminded me of an older PSP game that I used to play a bunch, where it was like some spies side-scrolling thing. I have no idea what it's called. But yeah, my friend Pedro, it's really fun. Kind of want to get back to it. And it's also nice because it's one of the few xCloud games where I can actually play. So it's kind of weird playing on xCloud. Some of the things, like the font is a little too small or it gets a little blurry on my phone. I guess just because the game isn't made for a mobile device, I guess you could say. And it's actually kind of hard for me to read. But with this, since there's really no reading, it's just, go jump off this thing, shoot all these guys, whatnot. It's like, oh, this works perfect for it. And also, it doesn't need to be super precise like a platform or anything. So this worked out really good with xCloud.
It's pretty good pick up and play, I would say, as well.
That too.
You can kind of stop whenever you want.
And it's a stack if you have Ultimate.
That it is.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know how you were doing, Corey and Nate, with it, but I got C ranks on everything. So
I'm really good at getting B ranks. Although I did get one S on the Xbox. It was super laggy on my Surface, so that one was a lost cause. But
I got nothing but C ranks, so I must just suck at it.
yeah, I was comparing our scores, our achievements, and I did get one more than you, one or two more. One of them happened to be the 50-time combo. So, yep, I think I'm pretty good.
That
So get good,
50-time combo achievement was annoying the daylights out of me because I got like 45, 48, a 49, a 46. Like I got it 5 or 6 times. I was right there, just couldn't get it, the 50 combo.
Yeah, I'm at like 15 achievements on the Xbox and 16 on the PC, and you get better. So,
yeah.
Like, get into the second level, the game will force you to get better. And then when you go back and you play those first levels again, they'll be way easier, and you'll be able to start getting S ranks.
Yeah, I can see that. How you said where it has kind of like has that trials feel to it, where I can definitely see that. Where this is just the kind of thing where you just kind of want to keep trying and trying, and eventually you'll get it to where you just get it perfect and you just fly through a level.
Yeah, and the physics feel a little chunky at first. Like, the jump just seems like he doesn't get enough vertical, but you kind of get used to it. It's kind of floaty, and you just get used to it.
Right.
It was kind of bugging me at first that it wasn't, precise, but then because everything's in slow-mo and you're dancing around bullets and you're shooting, it just kind of clicks a little bit later.
Well, that actually helps because I was kind of thinking that it was me just playing on xCloud of why it just didn't feel super precise when jumping and doing all that. So maybe it's just a game I got to get used to.
Yeah.
How it moves.
I doubt it's the xCloud. I think it's the way the game plays.
Well, that's good to know. Eventually, I want to going back to it and play it on the Xbox, try to get some more of like the S ranks and whatnot. Let's take it back full circle. Corey, got anything else you want to talk about?
I could touch on a couple things. Basically, since Christmas, I've been just knocking out all the really quick games. I'm still in GTASC teams, and so that's priority. So my main goal since we haven't been recording, and we haven't had a lot of those duties, is to get as many points as I can in the beginning of the week to stay safe-ish and then knock out a bunch of quick 1Ks that I've been sitting on. And so I did that. I used Creature in the Well one of the weeks. That is very backloaded on achievements, and it's very inflated. And so if you just save like the last zone, and with all the collectibles, you could easily knock up like 1,500, maybe even 2,000 TA in very little time. So I used that one week. Speaking of movie tie-in games, I went back to an old Kung Fu Panda game that is very inflated, and did a lot of that, which allowed me to do some of these 1Ks. And I'm just going to kind of rattle them off, some that I've played. So people probably they might recognize some of these, and some of these are pretty new. So, and some are pretty old. But I got the park done. That is, I was not expecting that game. I actually enjoyed that. That was a weird twist at the end there.
Yes, very much so.
A semblance oversight, and I had to do that freaking white achievement again, like 4 times. Not as bad as the first game, but definitely like an experience to do. But that was quick. Ratalaika game, Delta Squad. Finally went back to that, and that was actually pretty fun. It's just a little slow going. Is all I got to say about that. It wasn't too hard. And then the big list in December here is Can Androids Pray, Foxy Land, Mushroom Quest, Aborigines, Eero Hero, Pixel Devil and the Broken Cartridge, Airy, Oliver's Adventure in the Fairyland, Tanky Tanks, Wander Song, and Five Nights at Freddy's. Those were all quick 1000s that I did.
Wander Song's not a quick game.
Oh, it is.
No, not when done right.
I did it as efficiently as you possibly can.
G codes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of games that are made up titles.
I'm kind of scrolling through to see if there's anything to mention about any of these. There's not. I believe Pixel Devil and Aborigines were by the same people, and they have a Contra-like cheat code in it. Or no, maybe it was Pixel Devil and Oliver's Adventure, or maybe even all 3 of them. I don't know. Check the solutions if you get those. You can get through them really easy. Tanky Tanks, there's a glitch. You have to get through 50 levels, and you have to beat the 50th level on different settings. And there is you can do infinite continues, but there's a glitch on the bosses at the very end. It's in the solutions as well, but you basically put in another controller, and the boss will kill that controller, and then it will just stop shooting. It won't think there's anybody else, so then you are free to take your controller and kill the boss. And you have to do it in hard mode, speed mode, invisible mode, just different ones. And you can just switch that last level to that mode, do this little exploit, and you can be done with that game super quick.
Would you say that Oliver's Adventure is a Vayner?
It's labeled as platformer, and that's probably a better description. You do have to backtrack a little bit, but it's not. I don't know.
Sounds like
Nate
isn't gonna delete all of his alts yet.
I would say it's less than a Vayner than Jack Quest, and I know how you feel about Jack Quest.
Okay.
Yeah, there's glitches for Five Nights at Freddy's too, if you're into that. The other ones were just pretty much just straight up easy games. So yeah. Other than that, I've been enjoying Burnout as a group. Teamed up with Jables, and we knocked out the 2-player stuff. So I just got one more set to do in that, and then a few miscellaneous, and I'll have the online done. And yeah, that's it. That's been my break.
All right. Let's kick it to L then. What else you got for us?
We played some Burnout last night, yo.
I guess you want to call that playing.
What do you mean?
I mean, it took somebody like 3 times as long just to do the objectives.
Yeah, Fug. Definitely wasn't me.
Wasn't me
taking forever while you tripled the objectives and showed
I will
off
say
the
that
whole time.
I will say that Mattism gave you a run for your money, but
yeah, it's all the old fogies suck. That's all it is. Look at that.
I was okay.
You joined after I came.
You were watching,
or after I left.
the Gilmore Girls series finale, just like I knew you would. You were late.
It's a very special episode, yeah.
And you cried during the credits. It was ridiculous.
Can we have a late entry to Dead Horses?
I'm just gonna say the last Burnout challenge that I left on, we had to do 2,000 each, 2,000 feet of drift and 10 jumps. I was the first one done. I don't mind waiting. Obviously, you have to, but I fell asleep. I think a little bit in my chair, and I look up and like L still has jumps to do, and he's done like 4,000 feet of drift. Like, what are you doing?
Yep, that sounds about right.
No, I got in the appropriate drift, and then it took me... I was just, drifting while trying to do the jumps. I switched cars to a car that's not a stunt car, so it doesn't come with boost. It was a mistake.
Doubt.
So I had to keep drifting and doing other things to get boost before attempting the jumps. But it got done, all right? Got done. I think both Fug and Michelle got their 250 challenges done last night, so it was successful.
Nice.
Emperor L joined us. That was a nice surprise.
Yeah, Emperor L.
Nice L.
Nice L made it so we had 8 people. And since that's the most you could have in the game, it's awesome when that happens. What else have I been playing? I did play a Rat Neon Junction.
I'm sorry. That one wasn't that bad.
And this is where I talk about how I started playing the game without a guide.
Smart.
Until I got stuck. And then I
Sounds
did
about right.
consult a guide for one level.
Was it the stupid one where you had to put a box between the doors so it didn't close?
No, but that's a good idea. No, it was before that, I guess. You had to shoot across through a window. So it was kind of like a technique from Portal. There was a big window, and you had to shoot through the blocks. The stages
I've completely forgotten that game.
The stages where you can't bring boxes through certain doors. So I only got as far as completing the 14th level, achievement-wise. There's, I guess, 30-something levels.
Huh.
But I enjoyed figuring them out by myself.
We stopped right around the same spot.
Yeah. Probably use a guide to finish up, honestly.
15 minutes to finish the game.
Yeah, with the guide it's 15 minutes, but I want to try it.
I'm pretty sure I did all that Sans guide except for that one stupid one where
really?
I had to look up a guide because you shouldn't have to place a box like that to progress.
Different mechanic.
Oh, never mind. I got to like level 10 or so.
All right.
I got the achievement for completing the 7th
I guess
level.
I need to make a gamer goal to finish this game before you. It seems easy enough.
Gamer goal, huh?
Depends on if you're going to use a guide or not.
What
It's
else
an okay
did I
puzzler.
play? Finishing up the 12 Days of Christmas, I had my last 3 letters all ready to go, and then Angel Waka decided to put up a session for Human Fall Flat Win 10 version, and of course he was nice enough to do this while people could just remain idle and get the achievements, and I wound up getting a D, an A, and another D to complete the 12 Days of Christmas in that idle session. So,
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah, it was convenient, but it kind of took away some of the zest of the stuff I had planned out. Because I kept some RTDL stuff with those letters just for those purposes.
Cross-pollination.
Cross-pollination. One of them was a Meet the Robinsons achievement. That the less said about that game, the better. I have 1 achievement left in that one. I'm going to finish that up and submit it towards Better Completions Matter, I guess. Yay. Speaking of completions, I got my first completion of the year, I think. And that was a recompletion of Where the Bees Make Honey.
And you just gave a lot of people PTSD.
That's right.
Well, Corey keeps emailing the dev from our email asking for new levels and new achievements. I don't know why. But you got to stop that.
Oh, I'm trying to get new levels without achievements just to play it for sheer joy.
So what you have, so the way they implemented it was weird. You have to go through the beginning of the game, finish the first level, and then it's kind of right there.
That's weird.
And then it's just a regular level. You just have to get the 3 honeycomb things, and you get a 200-point achievement. So very
that's not bad.
arbitrary, very weird. So
200 points isn't bad.
That is done, skis. and I did a lot of Celeste also. Ask me if I cheated.
Oh,
I don't
we already
have
know
to.
you did.
Oh, we know you did.
Absolutely.
We remember
There-
because Tyler yelled at you for it.
Oh, Tyler did yell at me, Daddy. And as I was going through, I just couldn't even fathom how to get through a lot of that stuff without it. I know that. Oh my goodness, it's been a little while, rusty. I know Awu did it and yelled at everyone who didn't. So I have 3 achievements left in that game. Need to get that done. And the star-making performance of the end of the year on New Year's Eve, my wife and Mishkel and her brother Freak Servo, Brian, we played Overcooked 2. Last year, I completed Overcooked 1 on New Year's Eve, and this year I completed the campaign for Overcooked 2. So the tradition continued. It was pretty cool. Did not get to completion. There was a couple little things left, and there's a lot of DLC as well. So hopefully get that done next. Unfortunately, the game has host-only achievements when playing locally.
Gross.
On one hand, it's gross, but on the other hand, it gives us a reason to play again, and we have a good time with it. So probably do that on Michelle's account next.
Of course, you take it first.
Well, of course.
I expect nothing less.
I totally bought the game with my own money. It wasn't Michelle winning the game.
Bought the game with Michelle's credit card. We know.
Yes, another dead horse that Michelle loves. Actually, she won a code for that somewhere. I think what happened was we both had it in our game collection, and whoever's RTDL it showed up on would have it on their tag first, and it wound up being me. I believe that's what happened. There's a method to our madness.
To rig it.
There's a
Got it.
Yes, rigged totally. And yeah, that is probably the best 4-player local game I have played since like the Mario Party days. I can't think of anything else like that, like Mario Party and Smash Brothers. Nintendo games usually have that, but Overcooked there's just something, there's yelling, there's fighting, and then there's jubilation, and when you get it done.
Sounds like Monopoly.
Monopoly?
Yeah, just yelling and fighting, and then everyone's happy when it's finished.
Monopoly never ends, though. As far as the achievements go, you have to 3-star all the levels, and it's basically just a war of attrition. You keep doing the stage until you figure it out, get it done. And then when you beat the game, it opens up a new difficulty and you can get 4 stars on each level. And the 4-star parameters are just ridiculous. They're like double the 3 stars. So we went back to the first level just for kicks and tried to get 4 stars, and we had a pretty near flawless run, and we were nowhere close. So I have no idea how people are supposed to do that. Luckily, as far as I know, there's no achievements tied to getting a 4-star. So it was an exciting New Year's Eve.
Yay!
We played until like 11:55, turned on TV, watched the ball drop, and then went back to playing until like 1 or so.
Seems smart.
Dick Clark doesn't look the same way that he used to.
I'll take your word for that. I don't remember what it used to look like.
He used to look like a live person.
Yeah, he's dead now. So
Oh, okay then.
Now he looks like Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, that's right. Brooke did tell me that's Ryan Seacrest. I had no idea. There's a stage full of people I don't know who they are.
He's aged also. I haven't watched American Idol in a long time. He's a little wrinkly boy on the 4K TV. Corey's like, I don't know who that is. Or don't care. Yep. Ryan Seabiscuit.
Yep.
Are those all the games on my list? Almost.
All right. Well then, Nate, you got anything else you want to talk about?
yeah, why not? So on Sunday night, normally do some World War Z.
You're not done
with,
that yet.
Freem and oh no, it's so grindy. It's so grindy. So with Freem and Beer Me and Fug. And while I was waiting for everybody to get together, I started doing my dailies, and I got an achievement that I was not expecting to get. I was doing some, team battles in Minion Masters, and we had this one fight that was just going, and both sides had less than 100 HP, health, and my partner, who we're not communicating, we're just going in, just trying to get wins. We both lob fireballs and destroy their base when we had less than 100 health, which is an achievement that's kind of annoying to try to get naturally. But yeah, just kind of happened. So that was great.
Hammer of Dawn for the win.
Yeah. And then with the holidays, I had a lot of time where I wasn't playing games, yet I was in my office kind of setting stuff up. So I was trying to finally solve the issues with Games for Windows Live on my Win 10 PC. I have never been able to get the installer to work properly, or the store to work properly, or a game to work properly. So I, with the holidays and not, having to go back to work for a while, I actually got time to do the Googling and to try a whole bunch of different stuff. And maybe the installers, maybe the articles and the installers were updated since the first couple times I had tried. I got everything working, only to find out that the brand new copy of Batman Arkham City that I bought was not brand new. And the code had been used.
Oh no.
And that was a while ago I bought it, so I can't even complain to the guy on eBay that I bought it from or whatever. So I'm trying again, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if this next one comes through, and if not, then I'm just going to call that a lost cause and just go do Fallout 3 instead.
Did you ask Waka about that? He seems to find random codes for things.
Well, no, so I tried that. I think that code will work for Fallout 3. So I don't have a code for Fallout 3, so I went and I bought, I can't remember exactly what game it was, on Steam. It was like Battle for Midway or something like that.
Battle Stations Midway.
Battle Stations Midway, thank you. That code can be used for multiple games. Or rather, multiple games. A whole bunch of games can use a common code, and Fallout 3 is one of those. But the Batman Arkham City is not one of the games that can use a generic code. Instead, it has a very specific code that's only tied to that game. So that's why I had to go and find another brand new factory sealed, and we'll see. That's supposed to show up maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday by the latest. So I'll just try the code and see if it works, and then I'll know that I can get some more Batman combat in and get achievements for it, because that is fun.
That it is.
Yeah. So that's probably all I want to talk about. Now, I have another game I'll probably talk about next week as it pertains to some other things that we're doing with the community.
Oh.
All right.
I don't even know why you would bother with Arkham City. That one's not labeled as a Vayner, so
It's not a Vayner, but it's fun.
That's the best in the series.
I like the combat. I like the achievements, and
it's not like you would do anything silly like just visit Calendar Man once a month and not even play the campaign. As long as you don't do anything silly like that.
Yeah, that's kind of why I want to get it going first, so that I can just start knocking those ones out. But
hey, we should make a room in the Discord to make reminders for that.
Oh,
I'd like to see you try.
Man? Sweet. Uh-oh.
I've made one for every month of the year, so we have 12 different channels going for that.
I believe we have been destaffed. In more ways than... Ooh, what is this?
All right.
Stop distracting me with Vayner pictures.
Speaking of the Discord, did you have any games? Do you have anything else, Kenny?
I was just going to go over 2 more games real quick before we continue on with that. I also played 2 remastered games. First game that I played was Age of Empires 2. I finally loaded this game up. Oh my god,
ages.
It is so good. I love this game so much. This was one of those things where I started playing it Saturday, and I'm like, okay, I want to play this for a few, then I'm going to go do something that I needed to do. Well, what I thought of playing was about an hour and a half was actually about 6 hours. I completely got lost in the game. I started doing the scenarios so I could get those achievements, and one level turned into the next, into the next, into the next. I just couldn't put it down. I love this game so much. I am very bad at it now. I haven't played the game in a long time, and I forget all the hotkeys. So I'm trying to learn that again as I'm going through playing. I can't remember any of the hotkeys, and I don't remember the build orders. So that's fun learning all that again to get good at the game again. The other remastered game I played once again, and it was just so good, it's just amazing, is Crash Team Racing.
Oh, great. We're back to the old days again.
We are back to the old days. I played 2 like 20-year-old games. Crash Team Racing, it just looks so beautiful. It's like the remaster of the first three Crash Bandicoot games. It just looks so beautiful. They did an amazing job with it. And I was going through getting a couple of achievements in there, going through the list, and I realized that all the different shortcuts in the game are different achievements, and then there's another achievement to go through and to have done all the shortcuts in the game. Well, some of them I knew, so I just quickly went through and did those, and then there was a few that I never knew was a thing, because this was a PlayStation 1 game, YouTube wasn't really a thing, so I couldn't find them. So as I'm going through doing these achievements, I'm like, oh, there's a shortcut there. Oh, there's a shortcut there. I had no idea. So that was really cool to kind of be able to get to know the game a little bit better, I guess you can say. But Crash Team Racing, amazing game. Did you ever wind up getting this, Corey?
Yeah, I've dived it, so I just did like the first race.
Oh, okay.
It's hard.
It is. Oh my gosh. So I started on the classic difficulty. I'm like, I don't want to do this new stuff. Play it how I used to play it. I did like 2 or 3 races. I said, this is tough. Screw this. I'm going to put it on easy mode just to complete the campaign real quick. I forgot how bad the AI cheated back then.
Did you complete the campaign?
Yeah. Yeah, I went through Adventure.
How long did it take?
Oh, not that long. Hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many tracks you need to do. I mean, there's 16 races or so. Well, actually, I guess there's 20 because of the boss races as well.
So who are the other characters in that game? That game doesn't have too many memorable characters that I can remember, to be honest.
We have Crash, his sister Coco, then there's Polar, Tiger,
Tiny,
any bad guys?
Pinstripe, Ripperoo, the bad guys, Pinstripe, Ripperoo, Nitrous Oxide, Cortex, Insane,
Very impressed.
Dingo,
Dingo ate
Joe.
my baby.
Dingo.
And it's also neat because they kind of have that battle pass type of progression in there. So as you race, you earn nitrous oxide, and then you can use that nitrous oxide to unlock things, and also you get coins, and you can go into the shop and buy more character skins or characters or card skins and wheels and all that kind of crap. And like they have a whole bunch of different characters from different games. Like they have a whole bunch of characters from Spyro, so you could be Spyro or Nasty Nork or Ripto and all that. Easy way to and then obviously, you can buy coins, and that's how they monetize the game. Yeah. Crash Team Racing, that's really good. I like the little things that they added to it. Make it new. And it also has the second game, which is name I'm forgetting. Frick. I don't know. But then it also has a bunch of more tracks. It's not just the original Crash Team Racing tracks. But yeah, they're the games that I played. So now, Corey, I think it's your time for us to talk about the Chivis.
And it's the Chivis. All right.
Woo!
We got our tuxes on from the waist up. And we are ready to give away some awards.
Yay, awards!
All right. So you guys don't know any of the results, right?
Nope.
Not a clue. You have kept them all from us.
All right.
At this point, I barely remember the categories.
Yep. You could also turn off the music at this point too, I guess.
Are you sure?
I was
Yes.
going to type that.
Turn it off.
All right. So we're gonna go through these questions that you guys, the community, have voted on, and I'll tell you right now something I've learned. I'm not gonna do it like this again next year. Oh, man. Learning opportunities all around. Genres, chivis. But that's okay. We're just going to have a good
doesn't
time
like
with
to
it.
hear your voice.
No, it's just I need to guide you a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I need to guide the people.
Your opinion doesn't matter to him.
Whoa.
Remember, eggplant potato. Continue.
That's a dead horse. Let's just call that one out right now.
That's going to go in the
All right.
2020 Chivis.
First up is your top 3. I said top 3, and then like we have pretty much every Ratalaika game mentioned on this one. So top 3 Ratalaikas picked. We'll say the top one. Anyways, I'm gonna pick somebody for each question. We'll discuss this a little bit. Kenny, what do you think are the top 3 Ratalaika games that people played this year in the community?
Top 3 Ratalaikas. I would say Iron Snout, Full Blast, and One Night Stand, just because of the name.
All right. The top 3 are Iron Snout, Sagebrush, and One Night Stand.
Wow.
Oh, so close.
You were pretty good. Now, out of those, which one do you think got the most votes?
I would have to say Iron Snout. Yeah, I feel like Elroy would come for me if I didn't say that, or if that does not win.
The envelope, please. The winner is Iron Snout.
Woo! Oh, wait, we have a...
Boo.
Thank you,
That was a bit
live
long.
studio audience. Going right along, we have the worst grinds that the community has completed this year. Koosh Moose, sir, what is the worst grind that you did in 2019?
Worst grind I did in 2019.
Video game grinds, by the way.
Right, yes. I was thinking dances.
I couldn't believe no one said that joke sooner. I wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
You're blanking. Okay, does anybody, Kenny and or L, do you have a really bad grind that you stuck with in 2019?
I don't even remember what I picked.
So-
I think I picked like 100 wins on WWE or something like that, or 50 wins online.
I would say something from Idle Champions.
Well, Idle Champs did get 1 vote, and it's actually this is part of the learning experience. We have a very wide range of interest in the community,
right.
so there's a lot of stuff on
Name
here.
some stuff.
And the one that got the most votes is Clicker Heroes.
Oh, I would have guessed. That would have been my second guess.
Yeah, Idle Champs did have a showing, but Clicker
Oh,
Heroes
wait. Hang on.
came
Clicker
out on top.
Heroes.
Also in the running for some of the worst grinds were the Microsoft casual games, Titanfall,
Oh, of
One
course.
Leaves, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, and Happy Dungeons.
Those are all good
I
answers.
think One Leaves might have been one of the ones I voted for.
Well, from what I hear, it deserves it.
The Microsoft casual
you haven't
games
played that
definitely could get those.
No, I have not played One Leaves. I don't really want to play one game 21 times.
Come on. You got to suffer with the rest of us, bud.
Just smoke a cigarette for each playthrough.
Do it.
All right, on the
Okay.
opposite side of the spectrum, we're going to go to favorite achievements and or completions earned in 2019. We really only had we had 2 that had multiple showings. That would be between Titanfall and HONK. So actually very similar type games in
Wow.
terms of, you're in a mech half the time, or well, all the time in HONK's case. But any guesses on which one came out on top, Titanfall or HONK?
I'm going to guess Hawken.
Yeah, I'd probably go Hawking.
For most, their favorite completion?
Yes,
Okay.
because of the community.
I'll say
that-
Titanfall.
Well, for once, L is the correct one.
For once.
Titanfall. Now, okay, now this kind of goes along with what you just said, Kenny. Our next category, which is top community boost. Now, this one's pretty cool because the community has grown over the past year. People are playing with each other. I think there's something going on almost every day. Myself, I'm in 2 different boosts. One's just a play session, but 2 different boosts each week.
We even have our own calendar now, thanks, Doughboy.
We do. You can check that out on discord.io/AH101 if you want to see what people are playing and hop in. Anyways, for the favorite community boosts that people played in 2019, some of them included World War Z, Koosh, Strange Brigade. I think you participated in that
probably
as well.
both of mine so far, yeah.
We had some Burnouts in there, some Titanfalls, Human Fall Flats, Hawkins, and Rocket League. And an honorable mention to Oxenfree. Even though it's a single player game, it got a mention. And you know what? That was one of the most popular game clubs we've done. So I'm letting it count.
No one voted for Uno?
We had one Uno.
Oh no. Uno.
Yeah.
How ironic.
So this one, I actually did not vote in these. So I'm actually going to use my eggplant potato rights and put a vote in here, and I'm actually going to tie it up. The winner originally was Hawken. So, that's one that we kind of...
That's what the community wanted.
We kind of built some parts about that at the very beginning of AH101. So that Hawken's very near and dear to all of us.
Mm-hmm. Level 0, I think.
I think there is a lot of people who either didn't vote or didn't vote, have done this yet. So I think this is equally, if not more, deserving than Hawken, and that would be Human Fall Flat, with all of the stuff that that has come around with that, and Waka helping everybody who needs help.
I'll approve of your eggplant potato choice.
Thank you.
I also have to say, you can't call it helping.
Well, tomato.
You gotta call it charity. You call it doing everything.
Yes, that is true. Yeah. He's played that game many times when he doesn't have to.
I wonder how many times he has played through that game now. I know he's played through a bunch because he is quite good at it.
I bet he's played at least 10 times.
Do you know what else he is?
An angel?
Delightful.
There you go. Both of those things. I was going to say delightful, but yes, he is an angel and delightful.
All right. Now, one that I've been waiting to talk about.
Uh-oh.
Top 3 dead horses.
I cannot wait for this.
Yeah, that was right for you, buddy.
Oh, why are you sweating?
Oh, boy.
All right. And so, here we go.
I want to hear all of them.
Okay, here's every single dead horse that was mentioned.
Oh, boy.
ElroyOMJ, love that guy. I'm purely against
Almost
that.
That's like the one that's not mine. But I guess we keep it alive.
Spaceman Thinks Man.
Oh, I forgot about
that's
that.
That's original.
That is, that one got carried over.
Right.
It's a zombie horse.
I don't recall this, but boing. Is that something we've said? Okay. There it is.
Those are from...
I forgot about that one, too.
Those are from What the Owl. Really?
Okay. That's what she said.
That's from a horrible TV show, yeah. Go on.
It's a play on a British phrase, but yes.
It is.
Gears Pop apparently is a dead horse.
It was for a
we
few
haven't
episodes.
talked about that in a couple episodes, so that's...
I was not expecting that.
No, the rest of them I think you're gonna expect, and one might hurt you, Koosh. I'm sorry.
Oh
no. L talking about some sports team sucking was one.
Oh.
L?
By the way, you know what team
Ah,
lost in the first
Patriots
round of the
are
playoffs?
out of the playoffs.
Kenny, don't
Get
suck
it
my
in
thunder
now.
over here.
Suck it, saucy.
Kenny, shh. Patriots suck. Okay, go ahead.
Ravens going to the Super Bowl. Whoa!
Wow.
Wow, my voice seriously cracked on that.
Did you
My
just
bad.
reach puberty today?
This one's probably a favorite of FuFu. Sarah with an H.
Okay, yeah.
Someone doesn't want to hear Sarah with an H anymore.
I wonder who voted for that.
Anybody talking about Jeffy the Panda?
Aw.
Wow, that was pretty good.
That,
I like
I got one.
Jeffy.
Thank you. This one affects Fug. Canned Shakira. Now that is that is a GIF that apparently somebody does not want to see anymore.
Well, now I have to post that in the Discord.
All right, all of those had they were just mentioned once. The rest of these have multiple votes, and I'll let you guys pick the winner. One of them I clumped together just based off many different entries. Anyways, we'll get to it. Tabs got 2 votes.
Oh,
Wait, I don't need to tell you the numbers. Tabs got some votes.
You
You said
tabulated the
2,
votes.
so I'm going to assume that's low.
Opening some tabs. is,
Well, okay then.
one of
Screw
our
you
dead
guys.
A woo with more O's. Got a vote or 2. Sailgway, of course.
Oh, thank God. That's that's what that
It's
horse.
ma'am / it's ram.
Ah, come on. It is ma'am.
Another one that we already heard in this show, Uno.
Oops.
There's a pill for that.
I knew that was
most
I
certainly
expected
is.
that one, yeah.
And then one that I couldn't do anything else but other than just say L. Yeah,
It was just L? It
No,
it was just
singing?
L.
just L.
Oh,
Ow.
I'm a dead horse.
Ouch.
Well, okay.
I got multiple
That's
votes.
that's like somebody just said big L. Somebody said anytime L sings. Let's see.
Oh,
You shouldn't use guides. I just put that in L.
Oh, okay.
L saying a woo loudly. That went under the a woo category. And then L. Somebody really didn't like you there.
What's the chances that this is Saucy and his many alts just voting
It,
for
could,
all?
it very well could be.
Well, I mean,
And then,
it would have to be L's mic if it was saucy.
Oh, fair.
Exactly.
You know what? I think there is an L's mic on here, but
Guys,
and then one said anything
Oh,
else
man.
Elroy or L says.
Guys are
So
jerks.
they are not fans of what the L.
Ow.
How? Really?
So these are some knives to us.
So I mean,
Top one was L.
I took the category as being the most beloved dead horses. So thank you, everyone.
So
that
so
is
for the-
up to
for the winner
yeah.
of the dead horse.
Oh my goodness,
He wasn't very dead, was he?
he's dead. All right.
Oh man. So I don't know. We will try to keep these in check. Maybe
No, we
make some
won't.
better ones.
Well, yeah. If we get rid of these, we just have to make new dead horses. Sounds kind of wrong. Take it out
I'll
of
open a
context,
new
that could be very
window.
wrong.
We need to move on from that one. We need to move on.
Oh my goodness.
All right, back
We've
to
got a lot of
games.
jokes. This has been fun.
Yeah, I mean, we never specified if it was best 3 or worst 3. So
Most
Maybe we'll do
memorable
more.
three. Yeah.
that's true. If you can live with anything for the rest of your life, a woo or can Shakira surely it. All right. Top 3 favorite games you had to use a guide to complete. Now, see, this was a bad category, thanks to me. I'm not even gonna. I didn't even I couldn't really. I think everything was unique. Somebody
That's fine.
did put a clever one in there, and so I'm gonna read that one as the one that wins, and that is Minecraft Xbox One Edition. By guide, you mean using Kingsman's World, right?
Nice.
I love it. Love it.
I like that.
Thank you. All right, now my favorite one. Top 3 favorite Vayners played in 2019.
Oh boy. Paradoxal.
Now, I know that L definitely answered some of these because he's the only one who would pick some of these.
I What do you mean?
I could pick out the ones that you that you put
On
on
the-
here
on-
for sure.
It's not nice.
So here's the Vayners that you guys picked and or played. We have Guacamelee 2, obviously, Yoku's Island
Speaking of Dead
Express,
Horse.
Ori, all different flavors. Hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
Hollow Knight, SteamWorld Dig 2, The Messenger, Time Spinner, Headlander, Omega Strike, Paradox Soul, Arkham's Origins, Blackgate, Dust, and a
Wow.
latecomer Jedi Fallen Order. Koosh is about to explode here. So
Nate,
before
which
we
one do you
pick
think
the
it is?
community pick, let's get everybody's top 3 Vayners.
You first, Nate.
Well, I know people seem to say that Ori's overrated. I don't agree. That should be the community's pick. I think they're probably also sick of hearing us talk about Guacamelee. I think it's got to be Headlander.
Well, which one would you pick? What is your top?
Ooh, I'd have to go Ori.
Okay.
Shocker.
Okay. L.
I'm under the assumption most people played Ori last year, right? Or when it came out. So
Yeah, but the Switch version came out this year.
Of course.
The Switch version came out, and the way we worded the questions this year, at least, were
Whatever
we
you
went
played.
a little bit further. Yeah.
All right. Well, I was a time spinner guy, but I think the community is going to pick Yoku's Island.
Okay. Good picks. Kenny, I know you don't play games, but what's the game you heard the most? The name.
I'm going to go with a little bit more off-the-wall pick, and I'm going to go the AAA route. I'm going to say Batman. And also just because I love that game.
This one was Arkham Origins Blackgate.
Definitely never won in everyone's book.
I was
I'm going to say
thinking Arkham
one
Asylum,
person's
so
book.
now I'm thinking I'm
I know who
wrong.
submitted that one.
Oh yeah.
Change your pick to Hollow Knight, Foo.
I
And
missed the
my
Blackgate version.
my top 3 Vayners of the year were Guacamelee 2, Time Spinner, and SuperEpic. And
Good picks.
we know nobody else played SuperEpic, so
So why are you making fun of my picks? Those are my picks.
because there's Hell Yeah and Dust, and those two
Did I vote for those?
scream L.
Oh,
They do scream you.
okay.
Nah, I actually think that was Pete Tart. Anyways, the community picked Guacamelee 2.
Nice.
That won by
Okay.
1 vote. Second place was tied.
How many did it have?
5.
5 votes?
Wow.
5.
Cinco
Yoku
votos.
and Ori were tied for second place at 4 votes.
Nice.
So Ori
Right.
was up there.
Ori seemed like too obvious of a choice.
Definitely a good Vayner. All right. The next category, as we go on down this list, is top 3 games you regret putting on your tag. Again, a very varied list. What are some games that you guys regret putting on your tag? FuFu, I know you don't really care about completion percentages as I do, so you don't have a lot of regrets. But would you pick one game that you could just not ever play or have played?
I would guess some sort of a Neo Geo is on the tag. Is on
Neo
there.
Geo, huh?
There's
There-
about a gajillion of them, so, I mean, just trying to throw one out, I don't know. I'm just going to say Neo Geo.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There actually was one Neo Geo on the list. Metal Slug X, actually.
Okay, so the Game Pass one, that makes sense.
But the winner was Gears Pop, actually.
Wow.
Really?
Gears Pop.
Wow.
Some
Wow,
people
I never would have
wish
guessed
they
that.
never played Gears Pop. So look, whoever has the lowest amount of achievements, and there's your targets.
I mean, I wonder if people voted for that thinking that they might not ever complete it. Because some people are completionists like that, but then
Possibly.
they should know what they're getting into when playing a Gears game. I don't know.
A Gears
Well, not
game
even a
that's free to
Gears
play.
game. Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
a free-to-play mobile game. You should know.
Absolutely. All right, we have 3
Were there any other
categories left.
games mentioned?
I mean, sure. I could go for some. Lego games was on there. Apex, Miss
that's cool.
Pac-Man. Somebody wrote Borderlands.
That was Prue.
I don't think that was me. I don't even remember what I picked.
That was Prue.
Hashtag War Games, which I regret putting that on my tag.
That's a good one.
No, that was not. Golf Club 2019. Shout outs to Jables. Cook Serve Delicious. Somebody said they regret nothing. That made the list.
I regret
nothing.
Okay.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
So who does not care about their tag whatsoever? I put that on there.
So we got longest grind. Is that different from worst grind? Who knows? But the one that won in that one was also Gears Bob. All right, something we're a little bit more accustomed to around these parts. Top 3 quickest completions. Now we had, again, it was across the board, and it almost might as well have been favorite Ratalaika, because most of them were Ratalaika games.
I'm not surprised on that whatsoever.
But the actual winner of the quickest completion did not make the favorite Ratalaika's games list.
Really?
Go figure. It did not. Any guesses on what the quickest completion is? And just to help you out,
I think I know.
I'm going to look up something real quick.
Can I guess?
You can in 1 second. So this game did come out this year, first half of the year. I'll give you that much.
Oh, when did this come out? Okay, I have 2 guesses. The one I know came out in 2019. The second one, I'm not sure. It's I would guess either Super Weekend Mode or Haunted Halloween, but I think Haunted Halloween maybe came out in 2018. So I can't remember on that one.
Those are good guesses.
I would say, El, do you want to go first?
I was gonna say, I forgot what it's called. Zeroptian Invasion.
Zeroptian Invasion.
Yeah. And then there was, Super Weekend Mode was the
That
other. What was
wasn't
the
that
trippy
quick.
one?
The trippy one.
Transference.
Super Weekend Mode.
Are you talking about bouncy bullets?
No, that was a good game. That was fun.
That's pretty
You're
trippy.
high. I hated bouncy bullets. Oh my god.
It was fun.
I would say that that's trippy.
Okay.
Koosh, do you have thoughts?
That Sometimes You game, A Midsummer Dream or whatever.
A Winter's Daydream.
A Winter's Daydream.
That's
There you go.
easiest.
I get it wrong every time.
That's
Midsummer
actually a
Winter.
good guess. I forgot about
That's
that.
easiest, but I don't know if it's quickest.
As if you
All
have your
right.
cousin Kronos do it for you.
This guy, I mean, you just know your stuff, man. FuFu Cuddly Poof. Super Weekend Mode. Got the most votes.
Huh.
It was somebody actually wrote
wait.
their time here, and I think I remember something very close to this, but they said 11 minutes, and that's pretty quick.
That's very fast.
Yep.
Who was it that said that they did it in like 5 or 6 minutes? I think they're a liar. Someone apparently said they did it that quickly. I think it took me like 15, 20. I couldn't get the hang of whatever it was with that.
Yeah, we had a couple Dagger Hoods. That one was also very quick, probably very
I forgot
close in
about
the
Dagger
same. I see it on here at least once, and personally, I can attest to it being within under 15 minutes, and that would be Hymno. That was a very quick one as well.
I didn't play that one.
But yeah, Super Weekend Mode took the cake there.
What do we have that's not a
I hated that
Ratalaika?
game so much.
So people, not everybody plays Ratalaikas. No, nothing against that. And some
Smart.
of those nominations were Gang Beasts. Let's see, Tracks made the list. That was certainly
Oh, that would have been
easy.
a good one.
Let's see, that's Ratalaika Neo Geos. A couple of those. Stormboy made the list. A Winter's Daydream did make the list, and it did have a couple votes, so that was a very solid guess. And Haunted Halloween made the top rankings there as well, but the rest were Ratalaikas, and then last one, Fractured Minds, also another quick one. Cheap too. All right, now for the last 2 categories that
That did come out in 2018.
they I won't do like this again. Game of the year 2019.
God, I don't even know when it comes to this crowd.
Let's start with game of the year. So we play games that aren't necessarily brand new, so we let the community pick their game of the year that they played this year, no matter when it came out, and then obviously we wanted to wrangle that in and pick one that did come out this year. What was your game of the year in 2019? We'll just do any game last year. FuFu, Cuddly Poof.
Oh boy.
I mean, you got about 20 to pick from.
God, I'm trying to think of this community.
I want your game of the year. You'll never pick this one.
Oh, my game that I've played this year. Oh my gosh. Frick, I don't even know. Oh, what have I played this week here? All right, is my game of the year. I guess it also came out this year too, so I guess I get some cross pollination in there. Let's make that the next dead horse. I'm kind of cheating, but I would have to say when I'm going through my list, Final Fantasy VII, as that is one of my all-time favorite games.
Nice. I guess.
That or maybe yeah, I know. I'm the only one. That Jurassic World Evolution's up there.
All right, Koosh, you be thinking about your Vayner. What was your game of the year?
Oh, sure. Give them time to think.
I know I bored you with my pick of a Time Spinner. That was just the game that spoke to me the most in 2019. Foof picked a game that's 30 years old, and I picked a game that looks like it was 30 years old, but it was not. But no, it was brought back all the Castlevania memories, and I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the music, and I enjoyed the gameplay. So that's
still solid. It made my top 3, so I agree with you there.
Oh.
It reminded me of all the Castlevania games,
and a perfect
for sure.
achievement list too.
Yeah,
not too easy and not too hair pulling.
That is true. It had a very good list. All right, Koosh, you had time. What is your game of the year?
Where the bees make honey.
Yes.
It's just so good.
Add that one to the dead horse, please. Thank you.
Oh, dead
I'm
bees.
torn. I'm. That's why I was glad we could pick 3. But I mean, I gotta go. It's no surprise. Fallen Order. That was my game of the year.
It's a good pick.
It's not often we get a AAA Vayner.
Yeah.
Certainly a good pick. So I'm just going to kind of read off some of the community's game of the years because, like I said, interests are so varied that we'll never get repeats in order to make one. So this is going to be a lot better next year. But this year, you guys have loved SteamWorld Dig 2,
Really?
River Bond, The Messenger, Subnautica, which I just dove that one this over the break. Seems like it could be fun.
Game Pass bust.
Sekiro, Celeste, Death Squared, Yoku's Island Express, Red Dead Redemption 2, Ori and the Blind Forest made somebody's list. Far Cry New Dawn, Viva Pinata, Sneak King, and really the
Sneak King? Okay, so Saucy voted.
and the last one really you can't top it, and it's a double. Iron Snout / Turtle Quest.
Well, I wonder who voted for that.
I guess Elroy voted.
There's no way.
What game won?
That was it. So there was no duplicates on that one.
Oh, there's no duplicates.
No
Okay.
duplicates. Wow.
Yeah, no duplicates there. And if I'm looking at just 2019 releases, there are no duplicates there as well. So those are as follows. Actually, no, I take it back. There's 2 Sekiros. So give Game of the Year to Sekiro.
All right.
Smitty and Facial.
I guess technically you get this.
Yep. Also, on the community's minds this year that came out in 2019, World War Z, Gears 5, AoE 2, Slay the Spire, which I hear great things about Slay the Spire. I should really play it.
Download it.
Somebody put Donut County. That did not come out in 2019. R.I.P. in peace. Creature in the Well. That was another. It was okay for me. I know some people really liked it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I honestly don't think I've played any good games. Made the list.
Sounds like a
Jedi,
Michelle answer.
That's
Jedi-
a woo.
Jedi
Yep.
Fallen Order, Far Cry New Dawn, River Bond, and I take it back. Tied with Secure with 2 votes is The Outer Worlds.
Okay, so we get a second clapping.
Second clapping.
That clapping's a dead horse.
Thanks to everybody who voted. I want to make this better next year. Hopefully you had fun and you like answering that kind of stuff. That's different from other podcasts and their Game of the Year stuff. So that's cool.
All right.
That's it. That's the Chivis. Take off your tuxes.
Yay.
Nowadays.
Whoa.
Oh, thank God.
Back to casual wear.
Hey, now.
It's just a T-shirt, but okay.
Wow, that was fun. A couple interesting games there. I was honestly kind of thinking that a Burnout would make the top game of 2019, somewhere in there.
Well,
considering how much of the community played it.
It depends on who you play with, too, right? Last night, it was not my game of the night.
Listen.
I don't need to listen. I
was
enough.
amazing, and you were mediocre. That's what I remember.
I think I got like 20 barrel rolls by the time he got 4.
That was
Sounds
someone
about
else.
right.
That was Jables. Jables.
Well, that's because Jables was glitching everywhere.
That's a dead horse, too.
Yep. What is making fun of his accent?
The phlegm in your throat.
Oh, okay.
That's definitely a dead horse. I can't believe no one has voted for that, so that's going to be on the 2020 list.
I'm surprised that something like Hellblade didn't make the list, you know?
Did that come out?
Oh, Hellblade.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's not.
Well,
Did
if
anybody
only-
played?
If only someone could draw more attention to it.
Maybe.
Blade Quay.
Let's continue on with the show. Real quick, we got a couple of server closures.
Easy for you to say.
I know, right? Total Conquest for the Windows 8. Who put that on there? Isn't all Windows 8 games like dead?
No.
But
No.
Apparently not.
It's
Stop
Windows
it.
8 and Windows Phone, by the way.
okay, it's all the same to me. That is scheduled to close for February 1st, 2020, so make sure you finish that up. And the other game is NBA 2K18. I'm surprised this is still open. For the Xbox One and the 360 is set to close January 18th. Holy crap, you have no time at all for that by the time this comes out. You'll have like a week to finish that, so I guess hurry up with that one.
A week. Good.
You're trying
You're
to
speechless.
keep the dead horse, but
I
not
didn't.
keep the dead horse. I'll give you points for trying, but stop it.
Okay.
Somebody had a good suggestion. Just cut them off after like the second O.
But
Hey, whoop.
What's on? What'd you guys do? Okay.
Hello?
He got him.
Silly foof. So,
all right.
So, Nate, got any tabs open?
No, I don't do that anymore.
Damn it.
Bad L.
Now I just
Bad.
print out the pages.
Oh, do you
All right,
so you
Elroy.
crumple them and play with a pen and
This week's pages, printed pages. There's Patho
don't
Box.
forget mouse clicks. Okay, go ahead.
$9 down from 15, 1,000 gamer score, 3,245 TA. It's like a black and white punch out type.
What?
But I think it has quests. It's definitely not just your punch out game. I would watch out. It has one unobtainable. So if you are
Gross.
worried about, completions, you may not
my
want to check
gosh.
that out. The sale's not great, but the game does look interesting to me. So I'm kind
The
of,
sales this week sucked.
I was going to say, I'm looking at it all week long. However, I choose to do that. Restless Hero, $7 down from 10. Not a great deal. It's a platformer dungeon crawler. It looks kind of interesting. 1,000 gamer score, 1,178 TA. It's about 5 to 6 hours. So yeah, I don't know. But those are the two that I'm just kind of interested in looking at. This week wasn't great for sales.
No, there really was not much. Corey or Al, you guys got anything you would like to recommend?
I got nothing, man. Save your money.
I agree.
There's something I want.
What do you want?
I was actually very excited about this after New Year's Eve. I was lamenting that the Overcooked 2 DLC never goes on sale, and it's a whopping $20 for the season pass. I know, God forbid we pay $20 for something we enjoy, but nope, held off, and I'm glad I did because it is $15 this week. So I'm gonna probably pick it up at that price and start the DLC this weekend. Hopefully that'll be awesome.
All right.
But as far as the games go, it's like just so overwhelming at this point. I'm like, oh, I was joking during the Burnout session. I was like, oh, Assassin's Creed 4 is on sale again. Like, oh, great.
There is a pretty good Assassin's Creed bundle where it has like all the Xbox One Assassin's Creeds, but it's like $65. It's like, it's not that much of a sale, and you'll probably, half of them you already have, and the other half you'll get eventually.
The Vanishing of Ethan Carter finally went on sale, I believe, for the first time. So if you want easy stroll playing, as Koosh would say, it is 1 to 2 hours, $7.99 down from $20, and that's
not bad.
That's really all I could recommend this week. Really, the 360 sales list was just sad. It's just like Mirror's Edge, and
it's an all
Crisis 1, 2, and 3, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, very sad.
Well, on the bright side, there's not a lot of good games on sale, but there are a couple of games with gold. You can get Styx, Shards of Darkness, Tekken 6, and Jurassic World Evolution. Those 3 are free right now. Although Jurassic World Evolution, I believe, is coming off here shortly, so if you haven't downloaded that, pick that up quick. Tekken 6 is kind of interesting that we're getting that free, considering Tekken 7 just came to Game Pass. Along with Game Pass is also Frostpunk for the Xbox, Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet, which Xbox and I think PC, I could be wrong about that. I'm excited for Sword Art Online. I love that anime.
So wait, so if it's a sword, why is it bullet in the title?
Continuing on, FTL for the PC.
Good question.
I have no idea. It's Japanese. It's weird. It's weird. That's all. What else you want? I don't know what else you want from
That's
me.
an excellent answer.
Frostpunk also for the PCs coming to Game Pass. Since we've been away, we've had a couple of games added. Grand Theft Auto 5. I actually missed that. I didn't realize that was in Game Pass. That's a big ad.
Yeah, buddy.
It was a surprise.
Also added to Game Pass is Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, although there's no Chivos. I thought for sure this would be a Nate game for abbreviations purposes. And also another big ad for Game Pass is The Witcher 3. Sooner or later, I'm going to play that game.
Doubt.
I bought that like forever ago, and now it's on Game Pass, so I wasted my money there. Games that are leaving Game Pass at the end of the month is Just Cause 3.
Ooh.
Stop with the dead horse. Stop it.
That's not a...
And Lego City Undercover.
Why? That's a Discord dead horse. That's not a podcast dead horse.
That is absolutely both.
Oh.
You have definitely made that joke on the
fine.
podcast multiple times.
Fine. No time to explain.
We have the next game club coming up, and that is going to be for Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
And if you want to get in on this, simply challenge FuFu on DA.
Screw you all. Corey, have you actually started this yet?
No, but I'm still ahead of you.
Oh.
That's where you're wrong.
Have you started it?
I have started it. I put 2 hours into it, something like that.
Okay.
Obviously,
now I have to play it.
I'm not going to get into it too much because we'll save it for the game club. But wow, this is a really pretty looking game, and the sound is amazing. Absolutely, play it with headphones.
Yeah, you play with the sound bar, right? You play it muted, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
And with a guide.
I'll kill you.
I will point out just one thing. If you haven't started this yet, there are collectibles. So if you only want to make one playthrough of it, and that's your choice for whatever reason, you probably want to use a guide so you can follow along with it and figure figure out where they all are at. However, from what I've played so far, I recommend just go in blind. Don't worry about the collectibles. I don't think the game is all that long to begin with, so.
And so, what we're doing it a little different than the other game clubs, right? You can say something else if you needed to.
I was just going to say, I believe there's also a spoiler-free guide. I'm not sure on that, though.
They talked about it briefly in the Discord. Basically, some people were saying they used a couple of guides that showed the point of no return, so they can go back and get the collectibles if they missed them there, as to not spoil the experience for themselves. So I'll
be honest, I haven't been looking at that room at all because I want no spoilers. I'll do a second playthrough. Or I just will never get that achievement.
Yeah, that was the other point I was going to make, is that people have been very good about using the spoiler tags, and usually I see a spoiler tag, I just go over it to see what it says, but I'm not doing that here. I want to make sure that I am not spoiled on any story-related things that go on in that game. So hopefully we all get it started soon so we can have some meaningful discussion about it and not just talk about it. Let's do it, guys.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this game, so I don't care about a guide. I'm going in 100% blind.
Yeah, so this game club's going to work a little differently than game clubs in the past. We're only going to do one major discussion on the game, and I think it's going to happen in Discord. We won't be limited to the number of people necessarily, and we can have a recorder in there and just make it easier for everybody. But we're going to aim to do this sometime early February, so we're giving ourselves all of January to play and finish Hellblade. And don't forget to challenge FuFu on it on TA. He loves those notifications.
I don't check my TA, so I'll probably see that notification in a week when I have to go through and do Proclamation Point, in which case I'll just ignore them all.
Shoutouts to Skeptical Mario for completing Hellblade before you.
Oh, did he? I did not even see that. No, I ignore all that crap.
Pay attention, son.
TA is... I do not use TA as a social media platform.
So what happened was Rawker got the ball rolling, challenging you to complete the game, and then a few other people did. And then Mario challenged you to complete the game, and then immediately completed the game, meaning he had it preloaded. And then it showed up. It showed up right in succession on the TA feed. It was funny.
Yeah, so more info for that to
beat
come.
You really quickly.
More info for that to come when we set the Discord discussion date. All right, now let's continue on with our hashtag contests. For first contest is the Just Punch It. We don't have a whole lot of information for this one just yet. Next week, Chewy is going to give us a full roundup of all the winners and whatnot, so keep an eye out for that. RTDL roundup. If you haven't gotten your list, make sure you check out the show notes or jump into the Discord and we can get you a list. Ellie, you got anything you want to talk about that?
Well, I can mention stuff. All right, so with the RTDL, there are changes abroad. So if you're on Discord, we actually have an RTDL channel that Spaceman has hooked up, so we get the feed in and we get notifications and whatnot through.
Wait, who helped us out?
And ZZ Urban Spaceman.
Thanks, man.
Don't do it.
In any case, he put in a big update to the RTDL. That happens to be coding changes behind the scenes and also frontward-facing changes that affect users of the RTDL. And so if you have you been a member of it, you should go and check out your sheet if you haven't yet. And if you want a list, you can come to Discord. You can check out Real Gamer Score podcast. They're the ones who run the competition. And you can see how to get signed up. But basically, there is now your regular RTDL list, which is called standard mode or normal mode. They have added a hard mode, and basically it's going to raise your pool and your ratios to get it. So it's going to allow you to get a higher max number there to compete in.
That's cool. That'd be good for GTASC.
Additionally, people who had less than 1,000 achievements could not participate, or some people have really high completion percentages, and so the achievements that they have left to unlock made their pull extremely high or over the limit, and he has changed the code to accompany those people, so now they can get their own lists, but they will be marked as specially and not be included for contest or for the leaderboard or whatnot, which is great for people who want to keep that percentage without adding the games to their list, games to their collection, but still want a list. They can do that. So it's pretty cool there. I don't think there's any other.
Been doing work.
I don't think there's any other like competition kind of based changes as far as Discord goes. He has added in a really nice reroll notification. So whenever a reroll happens, if you kind of paid attention to the channel, you could see the request, and you could, Chin would usually post the new achievement, but sometimes that happened in a PM or somewhere else. But now the Discord will notify and say, just like somebody unlocked an achievement, somebody requested a reroll, and it will say the old achievement and the new achievement. That's pretty cool. Am I missing anything else, or any other things that were added?
So what I haven't looked at is if instead of having to request a roll, is there just a button you could push now for that? I believe that was the idea going forward. I'm not sure if that was put into motion yet.
No. I'm going to check the update real quick.
I was checking. Anyway, big thanks to ZZ Urban Spaceman, Chin Doctor, and RGS Podcast for hosting this as usual. Facial LaFleur for coming up with this idea. And everybody who makes this possible. It looks like NBA Kirkland, who slow rolled us last month, at the end of the month, has come on strong. This month, I think he already had 15 or 16 done, if not more.
Jeez.
These people, I tell you.
It looks like everything. It looks like everything else
actually,
is.
He's got 20. Dang, son.
Everything else is kind of
in every contest there is.
Looks like everything else is more like formatting changes on the spreadsheet. He's highlighted rerolls. He's added emojis to say if you're good or not. There is status now. So before, if you're on standard difficulty where you want to compete and you don't get a list, somebody had to tell you you didn't get a list, and it tried 10 times or something before it didn't do anything. Well, now the draw, it will tell you the status, like your draw value is too high, and you'll be put on a cooldown, and it won't look for a list for I think 3 hours. Could be wrong on that, and that could very easily change, but it's just very nice user-facing updates.
Holy crap. Kirkland has 20 and he's on hard mode.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's a try hard, so it makes sense.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, one thing that I just noticed on here that I've come across before is the magic JavaScript code in the to-do list only includes locked achievements now. So before, if you unlocked something and you did the JavaScript thing, it would just add all 25 achievements whether you unlocked it or not. And so that makes it seem like only locked achievements will show up. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, but yeah, that has this update has been incredible, and who knows where it's going to go now. But now, if you were thinking about RTDL or you couldn't do it because of you didn't want to add games, now is your time to shine and get back in there.
It's always a great, easy, passive contest to do, if nothing else. Help you finish off that backlog. But moving on, to also help finish up your backlog, the BCN, the Better Completions Matter, from friend Iron Fist of Snuffs, it is back for the 2020 year. If you are in it, there is a dedicated channel in Discord, so you can go through and talk. We'll probably be mentioning this periodically throughout the year. Next contest we're going to get back into. Haven't heard about this in a while. And I'm going to throw it to Nate for this one. And this is the Gamertag Challenge.
So, Gamertag Challenge for December of last year was Officer Zero. And we had two bonuses for that. One was to play, get get an achievement in the long reach, or to complete it, or to have a previous completion in the long reach. We also had a bonus for any achievement earned during the month of December that's worth 0 gamer score. And we have compiled the results, and we actually drew a winner. Let's run through some stats real quick. We had 28 people who attempted this gamertag challenge. We had a total of 235 letters that were completed. We had 6 bonus games. I think at least 2 or 3 of those were completions, and the other 3 were just achievements earned. As far as bonus achievements for 0 gamer score, we had 28 valid, and 29 total, but 28 valid that were attempted this month.
Jeez.
Most of them coming from Reagan v. Gorbachev.
You guys disgust me in your 0-point achievements.
Yes. So we've totally drained that. If there are any contests on TA that require 0 gamer score, keep that game in mind. We had a total of 419 drawings, and our winner is EOJ.
Oh, nice.
And EOJ, let's just look up what he did. He did not complete the gamer tag. So
second month in a row for
just so
that.
you know, you don't have to complete the gamer tag to win. He had 8 entries, and he's the big winner. As far as the most entries, I don't know if we want to call Chewy out, but Chewy had 36 total.
Oh,
He
no.
had 14 0-point gamer score achievements, and he completed the tag and got the bonus game. So good effort, Chewy. I'm sorry you were not a winner this time.
Rip.
You're a
just so
winner
you know.
in our hearts.
Enter
Yep.
Shikari.
So next month, let me pull that up real quick. Next month, meaning this month, the gamer tag
Big
is
Al?
PTART
Oh.
TX. And the bonus game is Viva Pinata. This is the original Viva Pinata. I believe that the rare replay version also counts because it is technically the original game.
Yeah, backwards compatible.
Yeah, that would seem
Did,
like it
did
works.
she pick this one?
Boom.
Yes, she did pick this one.
Boom.
Wonder why.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Maybe
think she likes
they're
Well, it's
ready.
definitely going to be either a simulation or
Boom.
management game.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
As
I
far
would-
as the other bonus, 1 point per achievement that ends in an H. Punctuation is ignored. So if there's a quote or an exclamation or any other form of punctuation, you can ignore those as long as the last letter in the achievement is an H.
Boom. 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 If you like Viva Pinata.
Oh, God. I can't believe that hasn't been brought up sooner. All right. Continuing on with our final contest is the GTASC. So for this week, the bonus is active reload. And this is on the team side, and it's to end a scoring period with the same gamer score and achievement gain as the previous period. So, I imagine Corey is the only one here that'll be going for that.
That's a tough one. I don't know if we're going to do that. I mean, we'll see where we are at the end of the week, but that's going to be tough.
Have you gotten them all so far?
We have gotten all but one, which was like the one where you had to score stupid amounts of points. That why would you score that many if you're just gonna get a bonus that means less points than that anyways?
Right. That makes sense. Well, how about you, El? Are you gonna go for that one?
Rip.
Of course not, because we have 2 individual eliminations. Big L and Matriarch have both been eliminated from the individual side.
Well played, guys.
Good job, guys. That was a good run. You made it. Well, did you make it into 2020? I guess you kind of technically did.
Yeah, they did. It was
Yeah, you got eliminated the first round. So, yeah, that's a good run. Good job. Proud of you, El.
Thank you. Yeah,
Right.
gave it a good go, but
Did you just
it was
quit,
time
or
to
did you
go.
just not be able to keep up?
There's a pill for that. No, played normally and still got some pretty good points. Still had a couple thousand TA difference. Fug mentioned I was under the line at like 2 a.m, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. And I'm like, wait a minute, I still have this Your Shape 2012 achievement worth a couple hundred points that I've had preloaded forever. So I dropped that, went to bed. Oh, I also did the Where the Bees Make Honey thing that night also. Went to bed and then woke up and was way under the line. So yeah, it was like crazy 2,500 plus TA diff. So
All for
it
nothing.
was fun. No, yeah, it was fun. It always makes me play my games. That's what they're there for.
It makes you stay up ridiculously late on a work
I was
night
up
to
anyway, but
score
yes.
points.
I wasn't too crazy about it this year. I was telling Michelle earlier, so we unlocked a couple of big Just Dance 2020 achievements earlier, and I don't really miss GTASC, but it just feels weird getting a big achievement without being in it now. It's just like this empty feeling. So that's why when people say they're not going to join the next year, it's hard to resist because it's just fun to see your name on the side of the TA page and all that kind
It's
of stuff.
also free.
Spreadsheets. Yeah.
It's free. Why not just,
It's
click?
fun.
And if you get eliminated, you get eliminated. Who cares?
Exactly.
All right. Well, that's it for contests. It is the start of a new month. And with that, we have a couple of the giveaways. EOJ, you're our winner for the Gamer Tag Challenge. So contact me either on TA or Discord or something. Get into contact with me, FuFu Cuddly Poof, and I'll get you your prize. And we also have a Patreon giveaway. The big winner for supporting the show is none other than Jamie Smith, whose gamer tag we do not know. So please contact me somehow, and I will get you your prize. Thank you so much for supporting the show.
Oh.
We did not make this name up.
We did not make it up. Please, like I said, please contact us one way or the other. We try to know all of the gamer tags, so I can at least reach out to you if you don't claim it. But this one, we don't know.
And if they don't claim their prize, I get it, right?
Yeah, I believe that's how that works.
Yes. Sweet.
I guess we could throw you a bone.
Gonna buy a sandwich.
Well, technically, if the Patreon prize, you can buy a couple sandwiches.
No, just one big one.
Or one big one. Okay. Well, with that, let's move into hashtag Bracket Camp or Proclamation Point. Did I do that right, Al?
It was very...
I'm surprised that wasn't a dead
It's
dead
not
horse.
a dead horse. It's just the name of the segment. Proclamation Point.
All right, so
It's not a dead horse.
we've been out of it for a few weeks. How far back are we going here?
So I went to... I did Proclamation Point. I filled all these out yesterday, and TA would not let me go back all the way to last time we recorded. So these are going back to December 30th.
All
Still
right.
a good bit,
So if you,
but it's not back to the 18th, which I would have liked.
all right.
Had
So
I
if
known I couldn't
you
go back that far, I would have kept up with it more.
if you got any milestones between the 18th and the 30th, you're SOL.
Yep. So for completions, Xlax Juster has reached a new milestone of 75 completed games.
Nice.
Cowboy Killer 360 has 100 completed games. Shilla Bobble Bobble also has completed 100 games. Carpe Adam 79 has reached 125 completed games. And Skeptical Mario has doubled that and completed 250 games. Good job, guys. Completion percentage, I threw in a whole bunch of these just in case. Hat 90 is at 26%. Shadowless Edge is at 44%. This guy over here, Corey, the Rocker Dude 5012, is also at 44%. Death Dealers is at 53%. Cowboy Killer, once again, at 55%. Ragnarok 0272, 71%. Now we're really getting up there. Reptar on Ice 3000 is at 84%. That's pretty good considering he's balancing that and his band stuffs. And the big winner for tonight with completion percentage is Skeptical Mario at 90%.
Good job, Mario. It's a you.
Mario also has reached a new milestone of a 2.6 ratio.
Which is crazy.
Doughboy has hit 1.6.
I would just like to point out that I had them in the proper order. He read them backwards.
You do not know how flow works. Somebody who does know how flow works is probably Tropan, who's on a 25-day achievement win streak. Fresh 336669 is on a 225-day win streak. Dunkin' Donuts Dunkos is on 275 days. Enigma Gamer 400 days. Death Dealers 525 days. Redemption Denied 2,125 days. And Matriarch, or as J-Bulls called her last night, Matriarch,
I feel
is
that.
currently on a
trouble.
2,300-day achievement win streak.
That is ridiculous.
In Achievements 1, we have Hat 90 with 4,000. The Tominator 177 with
Who?
5,500.
Oh, wait.
Reset
Tommy.
42 with 8,000 Achievements 1. Skeptical Mario is all over this section.
Yeah, he sure
and
is.
He has 10,500 Achievements 1. Jzarp 43, 12,500. Shabibble Bubble, 14,000. What the Fug, also with 14,000. Spanky and Spronkle, 15,000. Play Ultimate 71, or 711, welcome, 16,500. Tropan, 17,000. Reforce with 18,750. Isrit 102 with 28,000. And Mad Eye Pad Eye with 29,500 achievements won.
That is a
In the
lot of
category
achievements.
of gamer score, we have Skeptical Mario, no surprise, with 250,000. We have Black Buff with 400,000, Spanky and Spronkle with 400,000, Jzarp 43 with 450,000, Kitty Skies with 550,000, Matism with 600,000, and Cafornage with 900,000.
It'll be a
wow,
Mile
that's
High
a
Club
lot
soon.
of milestones. I was reading earlier today Spanky and Spronkle lamenting on his feed. He was trying to get 400,000 on the nose, so he stopped playing at 399,000, and he went through Energy Cycle Edge for 400,000, and then somewhere along the way, 40G was added, so it was lost somewhere. Yeah, a lot of that has been happening lately. You know, Prue has been nailed by that bug lately. As far as Carnage goes, he's been, as soon as the year started, he's played every rat that he's been holding on to. So he's banged out, like, I would say a good 15 or 20 of them already, it seems like.
Oof. Not starting the year on a high note.
It's been fun. All right. TA score. Hatton, I will be nice and say Hatton 90 this time. 175,000 TA score. Freshy Fresh, 500,000. Spanky and Spronkle, 650,000. Skeptical Mario, haven't mentioned him in 30 seconds. Also 650,000. Black Buff, 700,000. And Play Ultimate 711, where I got a coffee before the show, 950,000. All right. The fun leaderboards that you make me read. Kingsman 26
That I do.
25. Now in the top 20 of the Washington Gamerscore leaderboard. He's tied with Kurt Cobain. B. Smiddle is in the top 100 of the TA leaderboard for pinball. Mitt Real B in the top 20 of Maryland Gamerscore leaderboard for action. I don't know who has lights or camera. B. Smiddle, top 10,000 of the TA difference leaderboard for XBLA. Wow, good old XBLA. Miss you. And Reset 42 had a birthday on January exclamation points. I'm going to assume that means January 1st. Happy birthday, Reset 42.
Yes, that would be first. My bad.
I like that better. So he probably got drunk and had cake. Probably the best day ever. I would call that the best day ever.
All right. Well, before we end the show, we have a new recurring segment for you guys.
Oh, boy.
Everybody seems to like trivia so much, so we're going to do a little trivia for 2020 at the end of each show. But now this one is going to have a little bit of a twist because it's going to be the three of them competing against each other. And whoever has the most points at the end of the year will win a prize. Prize to be determined.
No
Now, the way
cheating, Corey.
Yeah, none of you cheating. This you have to know.
Nate, you can cheat.
No, none of you cheat. Use the knowledge that's in your noggins.
Doubt.
So the way this is going to work is each week I'm going to ask you guys a multiple choice question, and you guys give me the answer, and I will keep track of the points.
Should we
Easy enough?
Should we write it down on a piece of paper and hold it up to the screen, like Newlywed Game?
You can just say it.
It.
All right. So I'm going to make this one a little bit easier to start off the year if you guys have been paying attention, but I did make it a little bit difficult. I've tried to pick something that you guys might be able to get. Question 1. Which of these OG Xbox games are not backwards compatible on the Xbox One? All right. So we have A, which is Fable. B, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. C, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. Or D, Fusion Frenzy.
When do we answer?
You can go ahead and answer now.
I know.
I know it too.
So we got it.
I don't want them to steal my answer.
I know we need to have a system about this.
Well, you shouldn't have said you know then.
Okay, well in that case, Nate, what's your answer?
I'll DM you.
Yeah, we should DM each other. I don't know.
Let's just hear him again and we can DM you.
Okay, we'll hear him again and you can DM.
And then you could read out what everyone said. Is that a better idea?
That'll work for me. I'm not picky.
All right, you're going to get a lot of gross pictures from me.
What's new? So we have A is Fable. B, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. C, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. And D, Fusion Frenzy. Which one of these OG Xbox games are not backwards compatible?
Was I first?
Actually, yes, you were. So, now that you guys have answered, Corey has answered A, Fable. Nate has answered B, The Elder Scrolls. And L has also answered A, Fable. And the correct answer is A, Fable. Fable is not backwards compatible. Nate, you suck.
Silly Koosh.
Well, they came out with that Fable anniversary game.
That they did.
Which unfortunately has that discontinued Smart Glass achievement.
Which I'm so glad I got.
Yeah.
So,
I like that question.
that puts Elle and Corey on the board with 1 point each. Nate, maybe next week.
Oh,
Maybe.
That's it?
That is it. We're going to do one question each. And with that, I'm also going to throw this out to the community. If you have a question that you would like to ask the panel for this, you by all means give me a go ahead and DM me on Discord or TA or whatever, and I'll even throw this in. If you can ask a question and you stump all three of them, you'll win a prize. Well, we'll take a look at the codes. I'll throw this out there. I'll throw out a code for you guys.
Ooh.
But I want the questions within reason. Don't do like, on the original Xbox, what was the third word that would pop up? You know, that I'm not going to use that. Try to make it Xbox related.
Popcorn.
Make it Xbox related question, and make it somewhat reasonable to where they might have a guess.
No trick questions.
No trick questions. Give me 4 categories or 4 answers, and make sure you tell me which one is the correct answer. All right?
It could probably be true or false too. Just any multiple choice, right?
Yeah, it just has to be multiple choice, 4 answers. And like I said, make sure you note which one is the correct answer. All right.
D. D's neighbors.
Bad.
Bad L.
As you can tell, we are getting sleepy. It is time to go.
Delirious L is coming out.
With that, thank you for listening. It is good to be back. First show
Miss
of
you guys.
2020
Happy
in the book.
New Year.
Welcome to all the new Discord people too.
Yes, Discord has
You'll
been
listen to this.
exploding lately.
I was
Von
gonna mention that, yeah.
Coiners.
Thanks, Tropan, for recommending our site to many listeners of Von Coin. And some and thanks.
And being the catalyst for the anti-mooching law.
Oh.
Corey, that's actually a good point. Would you like to tell the new rules just in case anyone's listening and haven't seen the announcement?
Talk to us.
Sure. Over at discord.io/AH101, we do have a giveaways channel that we run giveaways on occasionally. And you have to talk in order to level up. You level up enough, you get access to the giveaway channel. So we have actually, that was in place previously in the year, but the bot that was doing that was they made it a premium paid feature without telling us, and so it kind of got out of sync, and so new people that were coming in and joining the community were not getting those levels, and I had no way of knowing. Nobody else had any way of knowing unless we manually checked it, but we didn't know it was broken. So we actually purchased this bot. It comes with some other features, so thanks to the patrons for that. We're going to be utilizing, we have actually already have put that in place, and so now that is working as intended. Additionally, we have gated the boosting channel behind a very low level so that people can't come in and just mooch off of some boosting sessions. And this kind of came in when some of the community members have missed out on a Human Fall Flat run because some new people came in and they didn't even say thanks, or they didn't even speak up at all. And, that kind of sucks. So we put it behind a low level just because we want to know you a little bit. We want to know who we're playing with and not just have any moochers. So that's
Our
obviously
community is going to be first.
Yeah, I mean, and if you come in and there's a session going on and you were invited in and the person running the session is cool with it, that's fine. That's different. But coming in and just taking up a spot and it wasn't cool, and it's just a little bit of a way to kind of get around that. So yeah. There's a couple new channels if you haven't been in the Discord in a little bit. They have a TA feedback channel that Rich from True Achievements himself has joined and kind of keeps an eye on, and he's conversing with us on different ideas. So if you have some feedback for TA and you want to kind of give it to them in a little bit more of a direct approach, check out that channel.
And he has listened. There was a new filter added recently from our feedback in the Discord. Backwards compatibility, I believe it is what it was.
Xbox 360 non-backwards compatible games.
That's it.
Yep.
Yes, he added that. He added Koosh and I asked for the Friends 1 and Not 1 to appear on the achievements on the mobile version of the app. And I believe there's a couple of other things too. Jables asked for 360 DLC links. Every little thing that was asked for, he has done. It's been great.
Yeah. TA is growing. They're listening.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. Additionally, Waka added a Euro boosting channel just to kind of make it a place where friendly times to Europeans can converse, I guess. Not in the boosting channel. They can have that channel. Yeah. And we've also picked RPG, as I mentioned in the last show. RPG is the genre. You can check out that channel. It's called RPG
Games.
It's RP Gains, I guess. RPG Gains.
That name changes so often. That's probably going to change again by the time you guys hear this.
Great.
I right now, I think we have a winner for it, but Tropan has initiated a contest there. It's a year-long RPG focused contest where he wants you to pass him on the TA leaderboard for RPGs. So there's that. It originally was renamed from the Vayner channel, and we have since, by popular demand, reinstated the Vayner channel, and now we have Vayners and RPGs separated.
Yay.
So, yay for that.
All right. More on RPGs next week for sure.
Yes, we'll speak more to that next week.
More on RPGs next week, and look forward to a Vayner roundup from last year. So
sweet.
Yeah, Discord is booming. If for some reason you are not there, you're stupid. Be sure to join the Discord. It's
Jesus,
awesome. It's a great time. If you enjoyed the show, please like and review us on your platform of choice. We're on all the different platforms out there. If you would like to send us a Twitter tweet, you can do so by sending us one on the Twitter at Achievements101. I'm surprised Twitter tweet also wasn't a dead horse. You can also follow all of the streaming platforms, Mixer, YouTube, Twitch. It's whatever that platform is, /AH101. Just search us for there. And lastly is our Patreon. If you can support the show with your monies, we greatly appreciate it.
Like Jamie, you can win fabulous prizes.
Yes, you can. You also get access to your custom Discord color, a custom Discord emoji, and you get into the super secret patron VIP chat.
Oh, today was
which
just
is super secret.
Okay, secret. It's a crazy conversation in there. That's today. That's all I have to say. People were sharing their favorite Urban Dictionary definitions and things like that. Yeah,
That was pretty good. And
They
good times.
also help us shape the Discord and the podcast, the community. Not that anybody else can't do that, but they obviously have a vested interest, and they provide a lot of good feedback for us. So a lot of what we do is kind of filter through them somewhat, and hopefully it's a better outcome altogether for it. Thanks to them once again.
Yes. If you ever do have any suggestions for the show, any feedback for any of us, well, for the show or for the Discord, you can always reach out to one of us. We listen to all suggestions and feedback. We take them all into consideration, especially if you're a patron. Whenever we decide to change something, it usually gets filtered through the patrons first before it goes out to everyone. And also along with that, obviously, if you are a patron, we do have some exclusive content on our Patreon page. Video Game 20 Questions Part 1 is up right now for patrons. Hopefully Part 2 gets out soon. It would have been out already, but Michelle decided not to record. Thanks, Michelle. But with that, first episode of 2020 is dismissed. See you next week, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Pie, bye, Miss American Pie.
"2019 was a rough year in terms of loss. Tim Conway, Mean Gene, Super Dave, Albert Finney, Luke Perry, Jimmy Carter. But none possibly hit us harder than the period 26 loss of NASCAR drivers be like, broom, oh, gotta turn left here, broom, oh, left again, here we go, broom, and the GTASC turny thingy. Where did it all go wrong? Just who are these proud drivers of NASCAR drivers be like, broom, oh, gotta turn left here, broom, oh, left again, here we go, broom. And what's next for this proud team? Find out tonight on Faces of GTASC. Welcome to Faces of GTASC, or FOG. I am ElroyOMJ, and joining me today is no other than DX Jakey, one of the lead drivers of NASCAR Drivers Be Like Broom. Oh, gotta turn left here. Broom, oh, left again. Here we go. Broom. How's it going, Jakey?
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually on the show. Oh. No, it's going great.
Well, all right. Well, before we get started, why don't you take a minute to tell us a little bit about yourself?
First of all, hi, I'm Jakey. I'm from the UK, which doesn't explain why we got NASCAR in the name, but don't think about it too much. I'm 19 and I rarely go outside.
Oh, that's fantastic. And now, in conversing with you, I couldn't help but notice that there was a weird Sonic the Hedgehog looking thing eating what appears to be a family-friendly sausage.
Okay, so the full explanation of the image. It's from a really old video of this guy in a wheelchair in a really bad cosplay of Sonic the Hedgehog. And he is just devouring this chili dog, like, all in one. This chili dog is just going down his throat. And it's just basically, it's just a beautiful image. The Mona Lisa of, the Sonic images, if you will.
Yeah, I was going to say, it appears that this guy hadn't eaten in a month or something there. I mean, he's really going down. Yeah, he's really going for that sausage thing there.
I did change the image about 4 times before this, and...
And you landed on that.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
The image before that was a guy in an Elmo costume on a bed.
All right. I see. Yeah, all right. You have some good taste, I see.
Yeah, clearly.
All right. Well, all right. So it's time to turn serious here. I got some hard hitting questions for you.
Yeah, I'm shaking, dude. I'm shaking. I'm scared.
All right. So, DX Jakey.
That's me.
Take us back to that moment of inception. How did NASCAR Drivers Be Like Broom? Oh, got to turn left. Broom. Oh, here again we go. Broom. Come into existence.
Well, it started back in the misty depths of a forest back in 1902. There was on a written stone chiseled in very poor handwriting was the name NASCAR Drivers Be Like Broom. Oh, got to turn left here. Broom. Oh, here we go. Broom left. It was just pure art, which took all the way to this day and age, and it somehow landed in the front streets of Hina, and I came across it on my, when I look outside every now and then to see how the world's doing, and I just saw it laying on the street. So I had an umbrella up in the sun. I ran outside. I quickly, like a gremlin, just scavenged it up and ran back inside.
Like a gremlin.
A daring task. Yeah, a daring task. It's a very scary task.
You swooped it up. You swooped it up like Sonic, bad cosplay Sonic on a chili dog.
It's so fast. I was so fast, man. It was scary. You couldn't even see me. I knocked over a child on the way. Like, you got like a concussion.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we brought the stone in, and we had to brush it off a little bit because obviously over time it got a bit more damaged. And then it had the fabled name of NASCAR. And being from England, my team didn't know what NASCAR was. So we thought it was some rare animal. We didn't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Probably a marsupial, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know we kind of signed up later, I think, than you, because I was so bummed, because we were so going to go with NASCAR Drivers Be Like Broom. Oh, got to turn left here. Broom. Oh, left again. Here we go. Broom.
Yeah.
Was taken when we saw it was taken. We were just like, well, God. I mean,
you could have added an extra broom.
Yeah, well, I think we ran out of characters, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's what happened with us.
I think you were definitely pushing the limits here.
That's what happened with us. We had to take away one of the brooms.
So yeah, you were team. For those of you that are just under a rock, not the same rock that was inscribed with this magical name.
You don't put our name in the same sentence as these normal people. How dare you?
Right. So, for those of the people that are just, I don't know where they've been for the last year or 5. How long has this thing been going on? I don't know, 4 or 5 months.
Count.
Yeah. So, for those of you that have no idea, the team is composed of DX Jakey.
Hi.
That's him. And then Kriegsters with a Z.
Yeah, Kriegsters.
And Smurf 931,225.
It's incredible how many Smurfs play Xbox, man.
It is. He just stood in line. He was at the back of that line, I would imagine, but I don't know. Yeah. So, how did you become a team with these two wonderful individuals?
Okay, so Creasers is actually my older brother who is much more into achievements than I am. I kind of just tag along every now and then, but I've came very more into it nowadays. And Smurf is actually just one of my brother's friends. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing like incredible like that. I'm sorry.
Does he like have something wrong with him? Is he like pigmented blue, or is what's
Well, first of all, the first voice actually is she, so
Oh, well, is she like hold her breath a lot or something?
I hate to tell you this, and I hate to say these words on an Xbox podcast, but she plays PlayStation.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, that does answer that's gonna answer a few of my questions later on, I think.
Yeah.
So, actually, I heard a joke recently. I don't know. I didn't mean to go to this well so fast, but do you know what is pink and fluffy?
I don't know. What is pink and fluffy?
Pink fluff. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now, do you know what? Do you know what's blue and fluffy?
Is it blue fluff?
Oh no, you're so close. It's pink fluff holding its breath.
Damn it!
that
pure
one.
Frustration.
Yeah. That was actually told to me from Dark 2K10. So go at him. Yeah, Dark 2K10. Yeah. He told me that. He told me that during a very riveting boosting session in Dead Rising 2. So there you go. It came to joke time because we were getting kind of bored. So
yeah, Dead Rising 2, man.
All right, so you did mention the magical stone gremlins and how your team struggled with what NASCAR was. So I assume at some point y'all looked it up and
okay, so the actual genuine story of NASCAR. I'll give you the genuine name. So I'm really into the meme culture. I'm a teenager. It's all I do. I look at memes. I just stay inside and look at memes. And there are just a crap ton of memes of just people describing like normal things and just being very descriptive about it, such as NASCAR drivers turn left over broom, here we go, like that. Because one of the original names for the team was going to be Mike Wade's be like, just that.
Okay, and why did you not choose that one?
It just didn't have that. It didn't have that click, you know.
Yeah.
Because Mike Wade's they just go broom, but NASCAR drivers they broom and then left. And
then they broom again.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole process.
Yeah, and then, well, look at that. There's another left. And then
and then it's like, what? How many laps is in a NASCAR? Like 180, something like that?
Oh, God, you're asking the wrong guy. I am from the South.
Yeah, but, you should know. I'm British.
Yeah, I should. Well, I was gonna check your knowledge here. Do you actually know what NASCAR stands for?
NA car. That's all. My only knowledge of NASCAR is the cars games and the films.
North American supercars go fast in the left turns or something.
You see, I actually knew that. I'm just making sure. Making sure your Americanness is like up to point.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly didn't know what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, for those of you that are yelling at the radio right now. Yes, that's actually what it stands for. And it was conceived in 1947.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, first race in 1948. They had cars back then, apparently.
Way older than I am.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a little outside my age, but that's when it first came through. So There you go. We all learned a little something about NASCAR. So
it's educational.
Other than that, they turn left and go broom. So other than winning the battle of best team name, what was the I mean, hands down, obviously.
Yeah.
What was the goal of NASCAR drivers be like, broom, oh God, turn left here, broom, oh left again, here we go, broom? Like, how far did y'all plan on going with this?
Well, here's the thing about NASCAR drivers. We're a team of three, but we're not actually NASCAR drivers, more like the three blind mice. We didn't actually have like a plan. So, I know Creasers is gets a lot more achievements than like me as a whole. He
What?
genuinely goes for achievements.
That's
So,
amazing. I hadn't noticed from looking at the numbers.
yeah. I've been going for achievements for the podcast because I was very insecure about how small my achievement score was.
What is your gamer score count at this point?
It's currently at 211,882.
Oh wow, that's two foofs. That's you have more than some people that talk on this very podcast.
Wait,
So,
really?
yeah, oh yeah. There's this one albino guy that lives in DC, and his name's FuFu Cuddly Proof, and he has like 98,000 or something like that.
Yeah, that's still a lot though.
Yeah,
To
not
me, that's
200
still a lot.
and not 200 and what 211,000. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So, let's just take a look at y'all's performance here. So I'm just kind of looking at you. You started off period
I
one.
gotta
Crickster puts up 1,700. You came in with 729.
go. Oh, yeah.
And Smurf with 16, and then with period two he had 2,200. Smurf shows up with 5, and then you rocked the 55. 55 with a negative in front of it. So yeah. So
Don't you have to explode like that?
and then similar numbers for in the first few periods, and then let's get to weeks 6 and 7, or period 6 and 7. You won those weeks. You were the star of the team. Period 6 and 7.
Was it Race the Sun?
Oh, I didn't actually see what it was.
Because I will get into it later because I'm sure it's going to come up. But like, yeah, I like playing harder games. But I'll go into it later. But, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, maybe 6 and 7 was something to do with that. Now, yeah. In period 8, you had a strong showing as well. So period 6 through 8, I would say, was your glory periods there. You really brought it there. Meanwhile, period 6, 7, and 8. Yeah. That's when you really brought it. You really peaked early in the contest, and period 8 through 10, Smurf combined for a whopping negative 75, so averaged a negative 25 a week. Yeah,
she was the main part of the team. I don't know what.
Yeah. She was really the backseat driver there. That's definitely for sure. And then periods 11 through 14. That's when the wheels really started coming off, and what we've really analyzed your team in periods 11 through 14. Impressed. Yeah, it's where it really started to come apart. You had Crickster's back was getting really sore through 11 through 14. He had, let's look at his numbers. He had 11 through 14. He had 1,800, 2,600, 3,400, and 3,800.
By the way,
Smurf.
If I've done all the Race of the Sun games, anything what Crickster's has, which is Race of the Sun, I also did.
Oh.
Yeah, I did everything Race of the Sun I did. And that's my only claim to fame.
Wow, this is quite the revelation here.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that in defense of what I'm about to read here?
Maybe.
Well, let's look at Smurf. I don't even have to say hers. I could just add it up here in my head here. 5 plus 9 equals 14. Oh, subtract 5, 9. Oh, subtract 3. So whopping 6 across those, that whole month there. And then you did all right in period 12, had 205, and then 137 in period 14. It almost makes you forget the negative 43 in period 13 and the negative 82 in period 11.
That's so yucky.
So by period 15, it appears that Cricksters with a Z was all alone. Is that a fair assessment? Yes. Yeah. It at some point did you get it did you start to feel bad for him a little bit, maybe?
Okay, so I have this weird thing with achievements because anytime my brother puts me in these tournaments anyway, just so we've got the numbers to do it, because we never really go for it, we never really strive to get first place. We just like to see how far we can get, essentially. Yeah. Because, not to be fair, when we've got someone who isn't actually getting achievements anyway, it's borderline impossible. Mm-hmm. And I'm very off and on going for achievements, whereas Chris is constantly going for achievements. He's currently trying to get that 1 million. He is.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen him. He's very active. He's my friend now. We're besties now.
Yeah, besties. That's
yeah.
cute. But yeah, I'm just very off and on. But I have this thing where it's just like I don't like playing easy games. As weird as that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably explain it a bit more, but it's just.
Well, like there's games like Avatar on the 360. I thought every millennial had to play that by birthright, kind of.
Yeah.
Thing. But maybe not.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you're opening my eyes here to possibilities.
Here's the thing. I think mostly I don't essentially go for achievements unless I know I can torture myself playing them. So it's like currently I'm trying to do complete Need for Speed, get every achievement on that. And I believe I'm reaching my 300th hour trying to do that. Yeah, I am. I'm near my 300th hour trying to get the last achievement on Need for Speed. And it's just like, I find a lot more enjoyment doing games like Need for Speed than I would playing like games like Bouncy Bullets, like really easy games. Yeah. But it's also like, I play Tetris as well at the same time, because I just like doing hard achievements, as weird as that sounds.
Yeah. What's your current TA ratio at? Let's see here.
372,000.
Okay, so like a 1.5-ish, is that?
Oh, the ratio, sorry.
Yeah.
1.75.
1.75, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot better than my paltry 1.3 something, 3.6.
Yeah. It's just, I look for the TA more than anything. If it's got a high TA, I go for it. Because I'm very proudly, my top 10 achievements all above 1,000 TA. Very proudly.
Ooh, what is your top achievement?
It's Race the Sun again. It's Queen. It's 1,871 TA.
Dang.
And then my proudest one is actually 4th place, and that's Seriously 4.0 on Gears 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like
we've talked about Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, which I spend too many hours playing Gears of War. It's literally like an addiction.
Yeah, they several people on our podcast have talked about the Seriously achievements. You're good company with that one.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Well, that explains a little bit. But if you have such an affinity for difficult achievements, it seems like TA would be right down your wheelhouse.
You would think so, Chief.
You would think, right? You would, right? So that leads us back to poor Cricksters in period 16, where he's all alone, and then he uses a bonus because he had only 2,600 and everyone else had a combined 350, and then
it sounds more sad more you say it.
Yeah. So did he give you a stern talking to around period 17? Because
no,
around there.
Yeah, I think he was more surprised that he helped out in the first place, because normally, like, every year, like, he puts me in it, and I'm like playing Minecraft with my mates. I'm not doing anything.
Now, when you play Minecraft, do you actually play Minecraft, or do you just do the achievement worlds like everyone else?
Bro, I'm gonna be real. I've got 500 hours on Minecraft on a single
server.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
It's my go-to game. It's Gears, and then Tetris, and then Minecraft.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So, how many devices have you played Minecraft on? Have you got the full stack?
The original 360, because that's kind of where I started with Xbox, and with the original 360, playing Gears of War 3 at the age of, 13.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I just used to play Minecraft with my mates, and that was literally about it. I was really into racing games as well, but yeah, nothing, incredible.
Oh, I hate racing games. Yeah. But I love NASCAR, drivers be like, Broom, I gotta turn left here, Broom, left here again.
I was about to fly
Broom.
to America, just to
Gosh, sorry about that. I heard your jaw drop, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy there. So, are you aware of the achievement worlds in Minecraft?
Yeah, I know my brother actually bought a Windows phone and actually used her mum's Kindle Fire just to get the achievements on him.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
he's a true hunter.
I thought I was crazy, and then I was researching into the achievements a bit. It's like, oh wow, I guess it's normal.
Yep, you just fire it up and pop, man.
Whoever made that world, which has all the achievements on it, is like a true hero, isn't he? Let's be real.
Yeah, well, I was thinking it was you there for a minute. I mean, you got 500 hours, and that's your jam. I thought maybe you were the one making these worlds.
No, I just make really detailed builds on Minecraft to show off to my friends, and then never talk about them again. I'm really cool.
I can tell, man.
Thank you.
Do you show them, your Sonic the Hedgehog devouring a sausage?
I show them a lot worse. That's tame. That's tame.
Oh wow! Okay, right on.
I've got a whole USB stick. I'm not even joking. I've got a whole USB stick of cursed images.
Is it an older USB or is it like a newer USB? Just to judge the size of this folder here.
I'm embarrassed to say.
Is it like a 2 gig? Or are we talking like 128 megabytes? Just something.
It's in the middle. It's in the...
Okay.
I need to get like a whole terabyte hard drive just full of. I'm just gonna like lock it up in a box and.
Yeah, well, to each their own.
Yeah.
So, speaking of to each their own, in period 21 and 22, you offered a little more help. 23, you showed up in period 23, but you didn't pace yourself because in period 24 you had negative 60, and Craigster was with a Z was back to using bonuses, and then period 25 you had 2.5K again, and then period 26 it was all over. Now, I want to go back to this last week here. It's very impressive, and very, very impressive, because you were eliminated by 1,200 TA.
It's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's amazing that you could possibly be eliminated by 1,200 TA, given that Cricksters with a Z had 5,614 TA just by himself.
He was a lone soldier. I was back to Minecraft. I was back to Tetris. Smurf was nowhere to be found. She disconnected.
Oh man! Well, has your brother spoken to you since the end of the contest?
No, he's currently locked himself away from. I'm actually locked in my room. No,
just threw away the key.
No, we was actually like very surprised we made it this far, because normally it is literally just my brother, and normally I'd not I never even like try, but this is literally like the furthest we've ever made it in the tournament, in like the team tournament. So we're both happy how far we got. Genuinely, like all jokes aside, we're genuinely happy how far we got.
Well, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, you outlasted a ton of teams. I mean, what, down to 60? Or did you get eliminated in the period where there was down to 60? I think.
Yeah, I think we came 58th.
All right. Well, hey,
so
man.
it was literally like, let's make it like top 150. Oh, we made it this far. Let's try top 120, 110, 100. Oh my god, we made it this far. Like, we've been shooting ourselves in the foot for so long, we haven't lost enough blood.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, I love how you keep saying we when
I did my part. Like
you had your weeks. Man.
I did super hot for me and my brother. I did race for some for me and my brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I have an achievement factory of my own. I'm actually a teacher, and I have wonderful students. Who I have a student that did super hot for me.
Oh, and, really?
Yeah, among
sick.
other games.
That's actually sick.
It's they have a study hall, and so study hall. There's nothing going on in study hall. I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
If you noticed, but yeah, study hall is not really for studying, but it is for Xboxing and achievement hunting.
I remember when I was at college, there was people just like mid-lesson taking out like the Nintendo DSs and like Switches.
There you go. Yeah,
people not caring.
That's it. It crosses even all borders here. So, all right. So, can we look forward to a NASCAR drivers be like Broom? Oh God, turn left here. Broom. Oh, left again. Here we go. Broom reunion next GTASC.
Absolutely, but I don't
fantastic.
know if the name will change slightly, because the thing that I liked mostly about NASCAR was just how big the name was. Because we didn't realize how big the name was until we actually confirmed it. Because we were kind of just like debating over a name jokingly, having like little like one-liners and whatnot, and then we came up with NASCAR drivers. And it wasn't until we confirmed the name we realised everyone's team name was like 5 words long. And then, because we were looking for our name, and it was like the easiest thing to see, because everyone had like one row.
Yeah,
and then it was just a paragraph.
I was saying, like on the mobile side, it like took up half the screen.
Did it actually?
Fantastic.
Good.
Now, if you eliminate a couple of M's off of the brooms, you probably could get NASCAR drivers be like Broom. Oh God, turn left here. Broom. Oh, left again. Here we go. Broom again.
Yeah, maybe. I think the M's really make it, because you can really like just play it out in your mind.
You're
it's
right.
a true art form. You can be really aggressive, get anger out, or be really passionate.
Like
and it's great.
You went with the four M's at the end of each broom. So is it broom or is it more broom?
Well, that's the beautiful thing about NASCAR. It's all up to you. If you want to make it last for half an hour, you can do that.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
so you just keep going.
It's beautiful. If you just want to be a little bit, it's up to you, man. It's a beautiful thing.
I like how you went with the GOTA, like GOTTA instead of GOT2. Is it possible you ran out of letters and you had to combine some words there?
I'm going to be completely real. I didn't know any American slang, so I just took letters off the word Gotham.
There you go.
The only American slang I know is y'all.
Y'all, yeah.
Y'all.
We don't say that in the South.
Oh, do you not? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No. So tell me about your team's recent endorsement with a certain GTASC team.
It's been a beautiful journey, like honestly.
Yeah.
Because the name was obviously a joke from the start. We weren't expecting to actually get people to notice our name, but like when people did actually start noticing our name, it was like we didn't know what to do really. Like we was kind of like sat there at our computers, like, do we message back? Do we send him like a gift card? Do we like say thank you? we genuinely didn't know what to do. And then when we got endorsed, like in UK, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I I opened up my laptop in pure excitement, and I didn't even sleep that last night. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I mean, you have been the unofficial team of the Achievement Hunting 101 podcast. This is not the first time you've been mentioned.
I've been going for the podcast trying to find when you mentioned it.
Yeah, it's usually in conjunction with talking about how poor Krigsters is, it needs some help, and we're really rooting for him. And who in the world is? Who are these two people that he's teamed up with? Did he just get stuck with them?
Can we set up a charity, please? 50p makes a difference. I know Australia's currently on fire, but Krigsters really needs that.
So you're all aboard Team Brer Tom and the Possum Folk now.
Oh, we're more than aboard.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
We're planning to get shirts.
Oh wow! We have not looked into the official team swag yet, but we will definitely have some shipped
fun
over
information.
When we get
I
to
like
that.
doing art. I did art. So
we'll get your contact information. I don't think Smurf earned a shirt, but you and Krigsters for sure. Yeah. And now, in communicating with you, you said, and I quote, "We've been doing research on possums." Yeah. Just so the pit crew can get the whole team of possums the best chances they have at winning.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I want to see how much you've learned about possums. So I have some statements, all right? Now I want you to tell me if you believe it to be a true statement or a false statement.
I left school too long ago.
So possums and opossums, possums with a P and then opossums with an O, are the same animal.
Yeah, because I believe they are native to America.
I'm sorry, that is false. They live on opposite sides of the planet.
Damn it.
All right. Number 2, possums can help control ticks. Y'all have ticks over there?
Shit. Can I call a friend?
Is it Krigsters?
Can I call a friend?
He's probably not going to talk to you.
No, can I genuinely call a friend?
Well, all right, we'll come back to that one.
Okay, let me get a phone number.
All right. Yeah, you get them on the phone. We'll continue. Possums play dead.
Yes, because I saw that in the film Over the Hedge when I was a child.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's false.
What?
They don't elect to play dead. They involuntarily pass out, and then they start reeking of death.
Children's animation has lied to me for so many years.
Yes, right. How about possum bites would typically give you rabies?
That sounds true.
No, I'm afraid you're thinking of raccoons. What? Yeah, that's false. It's very rare.
I'm not even joking. I'm on the Wikipedia right now. I'm trying to find out.
Yes, possums typically don't have rabies because their body temperature is too low. All right, how about this one?
I'm actually impressed.
Yeah? How about possums have the most teeth of any other North American mammal?
Wait, I actually remember seeing something about that.
We got lots of mammals here. We got.
I want to say
coons.
no.
You want to say wrong? Yes, it's true. Yes, they have.
I'm looking at Google Image right now. I just possum smiling its little cute face at me. There's no way. Like, yeah, I'm counting teeth right now.
Yeah, count the teeth. There's 50 of them in there.
I'm looking at 6 right here.
50.
Chief.
Oh yeah, they got 50. There's 50. They're just hidden. You know, he done got his gums flapped.
I'm gonna ship a possum all the way to England just.
All right, and your final question. All right, double or nothing here.
Okay.
The female possum has 2 vaginas, and the male possum has a 2-pronged penis that goes into each vagina.
I want it to be true, so yes.
Yes, that is absolutely true. All right, you did learn all about possums. Okay, I didn't believe you at first, but clearly you have been studying your possums.
Yeah, thank you, Wikipedia. The only thing Wikipedia told me is people with the name possum in their name, which was very. Did you know Possum Born? Wow, what a name!
Possum.
Oh my God, Possum Born! It's a New Zealand rally car driver. Oh my God.
This is synergy. That is now our mascot.
Possum Born.
That sounds like the synergy of NASCAR drivers be like Broom. Oh God, turn left here, Broom. Oh, here we go again, Broom.
Holy shit.
And Brer Tom and the Possum Folk. I would imagine.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, all right, one last question for you.
Oh God, I didn't do well in school.
Yeah. Oh no, this isn't possum related. Other than it's a question. Brer Rocker dude. You know, my teammate.
Yeah.
He couldn't be with us today, but he wants me to know how you feel about platformers.
Okay, I'm gonna be quite real. Do you know how earlier I mentioned how I like torture myself with games?
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of enjoy platformers.
Really?
I'm currently playing Electronic Superjoy, so.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Because
on the Xbox?
I just don't like myself, truly.
On Xbox or Steam or?
Xbox One, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So you're actually getting achievements and stuff?
Yeah, I just like torturing, honestly.
Well, I will pass it on to Brer Rocker that you are a millennial and you like platformers. I think that's where he was going with it. So
is that a good thing or a bad thing? Be real with me. Do I need to start hiring security? Or...
It's not as fantastic as the female possum vagina, but it's pretty interesting.
The female possum vagina is I'm gonna write that down actually. Wait.
Yeah, it's 2. They have 2 vaginas, and then the male possum has 2-pronged penis. Yeah.
Cool. I might Google that later.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I'm out of questions, man. You got anything else to tell us?
I just want to ask, is it weird that I like playing really long-winded achievement games? Is that a weird thing?
There's some people in our community that actually try. What I will say is that achievements don't have little asterisks with them. You don't get a little asterisk next to your achievement for trying hard on it. So I always take the shortcut. But there's a groundswell movement underway, I think, of people that are tired of these easy games and that are actually trying to try and such. So I don't think you're alone out there. I think you're more alone being a millennial likes platformers than being an achievement hunter that likes hard games. So.
Can we call that earlier? I hate platformers.
Well, I mean, I really appreciate you coming on the podcast with us.
Thank you.
Is Krigster's back there anywhere, or is he still recovering from his back injury?
I think he's currently asleep, so.
I wonder if he's at the doctor with his back injury from carrying y'all for 26 weeks. But
I tried. Okay, I tried my hardest. Yeah, I will say though, I'm currently trying. I want to eventually get to the Guitar Hero series.
Yeah,
and start doing that.
That are really into that. You're gonna get the Bladder of Steel, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, awesome. Man, I couldn't do that. I got to pee all the time. I drink way too much tea and water and stuff.
I just drink tap water. Literally, I function just on tap water.
Man, you got good water over there?
Can we skip that?
Oh man. Well, here's an interesting thing for you. I'm in Memphis. I don't know if you ever heard of Memphis. It's a town where you get shot at, and then Elvis has his little thing here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It's it has really good water though. It's we have an aquifer and they actually bottled Dasani here.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Wait, so the whole company just does their water stuff
they
in
use
one state?
They use the same aquifer for our tap water as they use for Dasani. And
Man,
so
England don't have that.
So I basically have bottled water just flowing through my faucets.
Wow.
So, there
England
you go.
don't have that.
Yeah.
England
It's an
would just have people in like puffy jackets. That's all we
Yeah.
have. I'm not, that's even an exaggeration. It's just people in puffy jackets, and they'll casually like say to you, "You're right, mate," and that's literally the only thing they'll tell you.
Oh.
Yeah. So England isn't that great.
Yeah.
I will say though, I haven't actually in the whole like achievement hunting community. A lot of achievement hunters are actually American, aren't they?
Yeah. They
I
it
think
seems like England and US are the main ones.
'cause I think Creeks has actually hit a master recently. I can't remember what it was, but I think he's top 5 in UK. Something like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I know. Do you remember the challenges Xbox used to do?
Yeah, he's got he had like 815,000 ish, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that. But he's got quite impressive stats. The challenges Xbox used to bring out, like when like a certain amount of time to get these challenges.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently third in the world on that.
Oh wow!
And
So he actually
second in
took
UK.
full advantage of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when those were coming out. Yeah.
I'm also just going to flex him a little bit more. He's on a 2,246 day achievement streak.
Man,
He goes for it.
And
And then there's me.
I say his biography. He's got it all listed as 100K, 200K, like with the dates he did it.
Yeah.
He's definitely been speeding things up lately.
It's impressive.
So
yeah.
we can. Are you gonna assist him as he makes his run in the individual G test?
I'm going to be there for moral support.
I'm
I'm going to do a little clicker things which spin round and go like, I'm going to have one of them. just help him out. Look at a big confetti cannon every time he gets an achievement. Just
Nice.
Yeah. I will, yeah. I am trying to get more achievements this year, though. I'm genuinely going to try and go for achievements this year. So,
Well, I mean,
big
it
changes.
seems like does you and Cricksters, I assume y'all game share since.
Yeah, we have way too many games.
I would say all the games are there. You could probably just fire them up, and you could probably turn that 1.75 ratio down to at least a 1.5 in a year's time, I would say.
Yeah, I think we've got just under 2,000 games, so.
Have you played Iron Snout?
Iron Snout? Yes, it's one of the easy games.
You mean fantastic games?
Yeah, beautiful, fantastic.
I mean, that is amazing. I mean, that was a game of the year last year in many circles. Yeah, I mean, you have the forbidden love, of the baby wolves, and so we've discussed Iron Snout many times on the podcast. You might run.
I actually recall it now. Now you mention it. Now you said, and I mentioned it in the podcast. I remember you saying
it. Yeah. So.
I have one last question, actually.
Sure.
Since I like going for hard achievements, which do you think is one of the hardest achievements in Xbox?
Oh, man.
In your personal opinion.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Okay, what's something you would actually go out of the way to do, in regards to how long it would take?
How long it would take?
Yeah.
Man, I had a couple like that last year. I did. I talked about it on one of my episodes, but for example, Castle Siege, whatever it is, Age of Empires Castle Storm, had to get 999 crowns. Oh, God, I spent way too much time on that game.
It's fun, about.
Yeah, it was, and then there was the clock was ticking because I knew it was going to go away soon, and I would never get to play it again, and so I had to hurry, and I felt like I was on my phone constantly. My wife was like, "Why are you always on your phone?" I was like, "Man, I gotta get the damn crowns, man." And that was a bad one where I just got sucked into the time warp on it, but I did stick it out for it, so I did end up getting it. Yeah, thank you. Oh, and then the other one I got last year was. Have you played through the Rare Replay yet?
Oh, I love Rare Replay. I love Rare Replay.
Oh man, so you should be getting close to Stampers Forever, right?
I spent most of the time being a bit younger playing VVRROOOMMMM. And then I've currently just made my way through slowly. I think I've done quite a bit on Battletoads. as well.
Yeah.
I think I've done a fair amount on those. It's just I'm currently trying to get through Need for Speed because it's like draining me.
I got you. So well, that would be one that you would aspire to, I guess. It's Stampers Forever, but I would settle on one of the ones before it. But I played through Jet Force Gemini. Oh my God, have you played that one? Oh, oof.
I'm gonna
Man.
mine.
Yeah, we had this one contest called the Random To-Do List, and I got an in-game achievement in that stupid game, and I had to play through that, and it's so not enjoyable. And I played through it and finally beat the main guy. I think his name's Miser or something like that.
Yeah.
And man, if you want a nice challenging achievement, man, go play some Jet Force Gemini. You'll be running off. The controls is what makes it so bad. It's so wonky. Like you're just constantly jumping off the map, and you can't shoot straight. Like you have to run around with your gun pulled on everything just so you can run in a straight line.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad.
I think the main thing is just like time-consuming achievements because they get me the most.
Yeah,
it's like Rocksmith. I'm currently trying to go for that one as well, and you got to play 10,000 hours.
Oh man, you know they have little assistant things that'll run that for you.
I know, but I'd like the satisfaction of doing it.
Give it to us straight. Does Creasters use a Cronus?
I don't think he does actually. I don't recall him ever
wow.
saying that. No, I don't. I need
don't have a little USB thing he plugs into his Xbox that runs a little script for him or anything.
No, not at all.
Yeah, none of us do either.
No, it's all legit.
Yeah. Yep. Same here. I mean, nobody does that.
No.
I got you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I got you. Man. Well, again, I guess I appreciate you coming on with Faces of GTASC. I feel like we really got to know you today.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it, man. I said to you in throughout messages, I love podcasts.
Yeah, you may have to be a special guest host. We'll have to check back in with you.
Yeah. I'm down already.
All right, we'll have to check back in with you. Give you a few more months, see how you're coming along, and then I'll just let you randomly appear on some random segment I do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, all right, man. I love this enthusiasm, man. Let's do this. So, all right, man. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. So thank you all for joining us. Hopefully, you have gotten all your questions answered in the area of NASCAR drivers be like, boom, I gotta turn left here, boom, oh, left again, here we go, boom.
It's been a beautiful tale.
It has. Thanks for joining me, dude.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hello everyone, I'm Wakapeil, and we are in the 28th period of the GTASC, and getting enough score each week is getting intense. Fortunately, there is still easy true achievement difference out there if you need a quick boost. The $5 old school platformer Adventures of Elena Temple was just upgraded to its definitive edition with a 1000 game score title update, which took me 20 minutes to complete going in blind. Well, not entirely blind as I had completed the base game beforehand. The game now features 3 dungeons, 2 of which can be completed in a minute each by jumping out of the hole you start at and proceeding to the left or right depending on which dungeon it is. This will get you the game's, in theory, most difficult achievements for speedrunning using limited lives and ammunition on the levels. The Adventures of Elena Temple Definitive Edition is styled as a lost game from the 80s, with graphics and gameplay calling back to games of that decade, using big sprites and limited color palette. You can choose graphical styles to make the game look like an original Game Boy game or different PCs from the 80s. I found it an enjoyable game with fun exploration and simple puzzles and platforming, which did not outstay its welcome at around 2 to 3 hours to get all of its 40 achievements worth 2000 gamer score and just over 3000 TA. It might not be great, but you could do way worse, such as the abysmal experience that is Your Toy. Your Toy is a Chinese export port of a VR adventure game, which is infamously bad, but its reputation does not do it justice. It is way worse. Most of the game takes place trapped in a high school restroom where you are tormented by the protagonist's long-discarded teddy bear. Fueled by moon logic and semi-randomly generated puzzles, this is a, in theory, short completion, but it is plagued by the worst kind of glitchy and luck-based achievements, which forces you to repeatedly reload the game, having you stare at load screens for longer than you're actually playing. If you or the game messes up on some of the achievements, you have to delete your save and start over from the beginning if you wish to unlock it. Stay away from Your Toy. Have a good day, everyone.